It's been weeks since I've said this. How do I do this? I've forgotten. What happens? We'll find out now. So, good evening, ladles and jelly spoons. And welcome to the fun zone here at twitch.tv/Jeraffemy. I am the Jeraffemy Jeremy Graves. I, of course, am joined by Felflowne, aka Claire. And welcome to the fun zone. And thank you so much, Matty, for the subscription, who, of course, says 1 year, bitches. And I'm assuming in that tone as well. And also thank you very much to Harriet as well, who also says 1 year, but with a smiley face. I'll let you decide which of the two is inflecting those in certain ways. But welcome, folks. It is Friday. According to... Thank you, Felf. Felf, who's right next to me, who says, in all caps, 8 months, bitches.
My sub could have had a baby by now, which is a sentence that has 2 different meanings, and I don't like the second one, so let's just pretend it only has one.
So my ever reliable calendar, which quite frankly, Evening, Lex. Welcome. We've achieved hype train status, so I will attempt to make a new sound effect for some point. Choo choo. I'll do that at some point, that sort of thing. Thank you so much, Lex. 12 months for you as well. Thank you so much. So, the third attempt to try to say this now, my ever-reliable calendar, which is Felflowne, has alerted me it has been 21 days since we last streamed.
Yes, but what Jeremy's not telling you is that I can't do date math, and I said, we haven't streamed in 3 weeks, and Jeremy's like, I think it's 2 weeks, and I was like, it's 20 days, and I realized we were both correct, and now I am very confused.
I know, right? It's so weird.
So we've missed 2.
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks since we were live.
Indeed, yeah. So to sort of give a little bit of an update on things, folks, last week was the planned week off because we were at KitterCon and such. That was the planned one. The week before, things came up and I couldn't get home in time. That's the easy way to sum it up. So that is why the stream was very randomly cancelled.
Lots of quests, doing lots of escort quests.
Yes.
Which is weird because he doesn't own a Ford Escort, but he managed it anyway.
I can assure you, Claire, I do not fit in a Ford Escort.
You do if you modify the inside like the fucking DC sniper, so you can just lie down flat. There's a true crime reference for people. Weirdly, the DC snipers was modified so he could stick his gun out the back, so he would not have been able to drive it from that position. But my point stands.
Yeah, so to give a little bit of we're sort of doing a little bit of a chatting thing to get started and whatnot. So to sort of give a little bit of an update as to why that occurred, you may recall that on the last stream we did, I was waxing lyrical about the fact that my friend was at San Diego Comic-Con and was going to be getting a few bits and bobs. Unfortunately, said friend who was at San Diego Comic-Con got COVID. And that's
really, pretty common, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're like very high risk immunocompromised despite doing their freaking best to actually, prepare and wear masks and do absolutely everything.
I didn't realize that was the same person.
Literally the same person. Yeah.
The girl, that's the same person?
Yep.
Ah, I thought they were 2 different people. I mean, in fairness, you got a lot of... So I did not realize, and I don't think at any point you did mention it was the same person. So now I'm just like, okay, there's 1 fewer people involved in this than I realized.
Yeah, so it was, there was a lot going on, and I've basically been like a delivery service, if you will, and they sort of lived like around 45 minutes away, but I was the only person about. Because their fiance, who's one of my best friends, who's in the RAF, is currently where it's snowing.
She literally could be like, when will my fiance get back from the war?
Literally, right?
He's one of the only people who can say that.
Of which, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have said where he is, but anyway, whatever.
I didn't say where he was, I just
said what?
I don't think that's highly
But yeah, so they're away, so they're just kind of on their own. So it's like, right, if you need anything, just freaking tell me. So I was going back and forth.
This is my reminder for you when you're editing this to cut that bit out of the board for your own peace of mind.
So I was sort of going back and forth, being delivery service, getting supplies, getting the medicine and whatnot. It was a whole thing, but quite frankly, best will in the world, they needed the help because they were real bad. Like,
I feel like they wouldn't have even reached out to you if they weren't. Part of me is wondering, and this is absolutely not a diss of them, if they were that high risk, how come they went to San Diego? But they must have totted it up and made a decision based on risk and con, and I don't know this.
Partly personal reasons, but also professional reasons.
You don't need to explain.
No, literally. So,
I know some people like to kind of go, I know everything, even though you've only given.
Yeah, but in an effort to defend's not the right word, but to give them some kudos. No, sorry, no, I didn't mean that context. You'll get what I mean here. But
okay.
This is literally the first time they've had it.
As times to get it go, this is probably the best.
Exactly, which is what I said to them. Literally, yeah. So they managed to dodge it for 4 years, basically, and unfortunately happened to somehow get it. And I
felt super guilty because I referred to COVID as spicy con flu to somebody, which is funny, but we need to remember it killed a lot of people, including
100%.
some of my friends.
100%.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not at that point now, but I did feel, I wrote it and I was like, ha, solid joke, Claire. And then I was like, oh, people are dead. You know,
but an interesting discussion point came out of this, though, which made me realize something for when I go back to America, in that my friend was in San Diego, I appreciate this is a bit grim. This is getting grim, folks. It won't light up in a minute, but I want to say this. But my friend went to San Diego, came back somehow with COVID. I had someone else who was in Atlanta, and they came back. They were all negative, but there had been people who they were with who got COVID while they were in Atlanta.
Oh, literally, that happened to me, I think, at the last KitterCon. I hugged someone when I left who turned out to test positive later for COVID. I never tested positive, not once. And to this day, I have never tested positive for COVID, even though I must realistically have had it. But maybe I just didn't get any symptoms. So I guess if you don't show any symptoms, you're not going to do a test, are you? So
no, exactly. It's kind of
it's a tricky one. I must have had it. I just must have been a symptom-free person, which is unlike most of the shit in my life, where it's like, have all the symptoms, bitch.
Exactly. So, I can very much relate to that. But yeah, so I've been helping them out. But then also amongst all of that, we were at KitterCon this past weekend.
We were at KitterCon, it's true.
And we had a grand old time in various ways, shapes, or forms. Got to catch up with a lot of folks. Got to see people spend copious amounts of money on various things, which never fails never ceases to impress me, whatever the correct phrasing is of that.
I think, yeah, that's good. Ceases to impress me, ceases to amaze me, never ceases to amaze me.
There you
go. All good.
But also hello to you as well, hello to you, Stitcher, I should say, in the chat as well. Welcome. I just realised I never actually said hello.
It was a little while ago, but I need to acknowledge Lex's awesome Izzard joke about using a particular location that the UK refuses to give up for strategic sheep purposes. I.e., we don't have a good strategic reason to be there. It's just we don't like letting go of shit. You know,
so it's just
a history of not letting go.
The
of shit.
phrase "strategic sheep purposes." It needs to.
That's why it's such a good line. It's from I can't remember which show it's from. It's one of the early 2000s, late 90s one. But the comedian, I think Susie is the name she goes by now. Susie Izzard. I'll have to check that out. But she was like doing this précis of what happened after the war, when everybody had to kind of give back the countries that they'd conquered, and they're like, okay, everyone's giving out. England, what's that behind your back? And it's like, nothing. It's like, let me see. It's like, oh, it's just India and a few other countries. It's like, give them back. And it's like, okay, but we need the Falklands. Why? For strategic sheep purposes.
Right, there you go. But
because there's no real reason for us to own it.
And Harriet's just said in the chat, but I have done like tests as well post Keter, and I am fine as well, so all is good on that front.
Yeah, Keter said make sure you test. One of my friends was due to go to an event this weekend, and they were packing the car, and literally she just comes out the house and goes, so they're not going to that event now this weekend. So, you know, unexpected weekend off, but still a bit of a bummer, isn't it?
Indeed. Speaking of unexpected things, I want to dial the clock back to like months ago.
I love the fact you're dialing the clock.
Oh yeah, because I must, of course, I must keep up my gimmick of saying things that somehow do but don't make sense.
It's like a spoonerism. Go on, dial the clock.
So, folks
rewind the timeline.
So folks may recall that a while ago, we did a double unboxing of Pokemon trading card games. And when we did that, I was missing a card. And so I emailed the Pokemon company, the Pokemon shop, whatever it's called, Pokemon Center. There you go.
Pokemon Center.
Yeah, and to cut a long story short, 3 weeks ago, this eventually got resolved.
And when did you actually raise the ticket? It was
like early May, I think it was.
Yeah, it was ages because it was before. It was around our birthdays.
Literally, yeah, literally, because we did it in time for that. So the way this had happened, I was told that they were gonna. I had to like send photos of like my entire contents and whatnot. I did all sorts, which I totally get, having done customer service. I totally get it. And then
you're like, I don't know why they feet pics, but I did it because I want the card.
And then the conversation sort of stalled at them saying, right, gonna escalate this further, we will be in touch. And then I randomly got a message back, like 3-4 weeks ago, I think it was, because it was just after we did our last stream, literally.
Oh yeah.
And I suddenly got a message saying, hi, there will be a parcel with the missing content on its way to you. And it's like, okay, cool, amazing, excellent stuff.
Cool.
Then this box arrives.
Oh!
Now, for a missing card, it's a bit much of a size for a box, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we all knew that they weren't going to just send you the goddamn card, because it would involve them unboxing something just to take the card out.
So I can confirm, folks, that what I have is another ETB Elite Trainer box.
And you're okay to keep it, are you? They don't mind?
Apparently. So...
Oh. Wow, it just goes to show that Pokemon Center literally are printing money now.
So yeah, I've literally got it's another Pokemon Center exclusive one as well. So hopefully this will have the right card in it, because that'd be a real shitter if it didn't, quite frankly. But yeah, so we may end up doing an unboxing of that at some point tonight. We might hold it back for something else. Who knows? We'll find out, quite frankly. But yeah, I thought I'd just update folks on that, because it's quite an amusing story.
1 second.
Oh, you're right.
Vamp, Jeremy, vamp for 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So now, I will say, I have said various words tonight, like bitches, that have come up in like the chat and whatnot. I have said other numerous words. And the reason I bring this up is because I feel I need to address the fact that people think they have now seen a brand new side of me in the past week. Because at Kittercon, I was involved in our good friend the Decadane, Mr. Ian Bolton. I was involved in his Taskmaster panel, which was, we went to his house like, this was like in April or something at this point, when I was a good like stone heavier, I think. And we did a number of tasks that we would then do a panel like Taskmaster with 4 other folks at Kittercon, and we did this. And I knew I had said some stuff, but I couldn't remember exactly what I had said. And one of those things was part of the task itself, and we had to do a redub of a segment of Spot the Dog. And the person I was doing it with, Danny, let's just say, if there ever would have been a sweary character, literally nobody, and I mean nobody, expected it would have been me doing those. So the amount of people that came up to me after that and just went, I didn't know you were like that or had that in you, Jeremy. Where did this dictionary vocabulary based thing come from? And like even Keith, your husbando, just the tone of voice was that of a disappointed but very impressed father.
How can you be disappointed and impressed? Those are opposite.
I know.
Surprised and impressed.
It was like when Keith randomly calls me Jeremy Bartholomew Graves. It's like, which is not my name.
No, it's just when you add someone's middle name. I called my friend something the other day because I was disappointed, and I added like 3 or 4. One of the middle names was Ezekiel. I just kept adding them because it made me laugh.
Tarquin or something, you know.
Tarquin, Ezekiel, Bartholomew, Archimedes, Graves.
The 4th. But yeah, as Harriet is saying, ow my freaking ears, for the Simpsons quote.
Ow, my earballs.
But yeah, Harriet was there. Harriet will can regale in stories. I don't know if like footage of this is going to end up online. Some might say I might do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't end up online. But at the same time,
there's no way that won't end up online. Are you kidding me?
No, I know. It'll be a good laugh. But my hopes of ever working in children's TV dashed before my eyes.
But Jeremy, you're just an innocent man.
I mean, after that, people will go, "Are you Are you really?
Innocent man.
So what is on the docket tonight, folks? We are going to be continuing our Ace Attorney playthrough. Yes, we have a vague idea of what happened last time because we looked it up before we went live. And I will also address now, folks, before we get going proper, that we would like to talk about a schedule, which if you were here live, you may have seen a preview of already because I thought I'd show it on screen just to give a little preview. But we do have a schedule for upcoming things, which I'm going to switch the window. And it's not there. That's really useful. Let's find the right thing. Hang on. So, there it is.
I'm about to say, who are you, Matty? Switching to the wrong window? Yeah, Matty wrote.
The August 2024 upcoming schedule. I've said August 2024 because realistically, there's only 2 weeks left of August, which in itself is horrifying.
Half of August, fully half of August. Ah, yeah, Matty. I thought you'd like the shade, seeing as it's so hot down south right now.
So, folks, this coming Tuesday evening, it is Gamescom's opening night live show presentation, broadcast and whatnot. And we are going to be doing a live watch along of it. There's apparently going to be a bunch of game announcements, some updates to games that we already know about. So we like to do a watch along of these things and have a good old chin wag. So if you're not doing much Tuesday evening, you want to come by and join us, we'll be live from around 6:45.
Now you are, because you're coming to this.
There you go. We'll be live from around 6:45 p.m. ahead of the show starting proper at 7 p.m. It will be myself. It will be Felflowne, aka Claire. And
but it won't just be us, will it?
And special guest. Because what was the wonderful term you came up with to describe us as a trio?
Shit, I'm gonna have to look at my phone.
Okay. It just suddenly occurred to me.
It was something really basic, like super sexy trio.
I mean, I'll take that if that's the option now, but you know.
One second, I'll find it. It was. Oh, Wonder Trio.
There you go, thank you.
Wonder Trio. There we go.
The Wonder Trio will reunite as we will be joined by Harriet Manga Girl.
I heard she's 17 feet tall.
Harriet will be joining us Tuesday evening, and we're going to be watching the entire show, as it were. We will see what we laugh at, what we cry at, what we just go, at, and much, much more.
Hey, Harrio.
So, if you fancy joining us three, you can by all means do so, and we will have a good old chilled out laugh. If you
when you were naming the name of the fucking show, you just kept adding more words, and I was like, "What is this Borat super thingy movie film game thing?" I was like, "What is this? What is this? I'm confused."
And then, of course, the week after, I said a week after, actually, a few days after, Friday the 23rd, it will be part 4 of. There you go, that's better because you only saw 3 of my fingers just then. Part 4 of the Ace Attorney 2 playthrough, and then the week after, to wrap up the month of August, it'll be part 5. But Claire,
yes, dear.
Can I potentially throw a curveball into this stream schedule that I clearly spent not a lot of time making?
If you can, then you're better at Pokemon Go than I am.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So I would like to draw your attention to something which you're probably aware of if you've looked at a chat we have between us and a bunch of others, but Nintendo tweeted out something earlier today.
Oh, about Emio?
Emio, which was the whole, like, who is Emio thing.
The smiley man. Oh, it's the detective age, Famicom Detective Club, isn't it?
So they have announced they're going to be releasing a demo on the 20th of August.
A Demio?
I can't win. I can't beat that. Winner.
No one can ever win against me, especially me.
They have announced they're going to be releasing a Demio. I just said that I just said that very unironically, actually intentionally. But
it sounds very stupid. A lot of people say.
So they're going to be releasing a Demio on the 20th, and apparently it's going to be the prologue and the first chapter.
Ooh,
and what they're also going to do is they're going to be releasing another chapter on the 23rd and another chapter on the 29th, the day before the game comes out, and your progress can carry on through the game.
So it's almost like they're doing DLC, but backwards.
In a weird way, yeah, but there is also... Because if you remember, the way we played Ghost Trick was we played the demo, and we went, this is really cool, let's play the rest of it.
Yeah, I can understand having the demo and then having the demo progress carry over, but doing it 3 times is interesting.
Well, I think it might be because that Famicom Detective Club, it had a release on a previous console, was it a Switch? I can't remember. But it may not necessarily be as well known in the English-speaking world. So it's probably a way to almost just get people to try it out. But to add to this, Claire, there is a trailer for the game. and you get to see some of the gameplay. Would you like to have a little glimpse of some of the gameplay?
Let's do it.
All right, now let me see if I can switch up various elements here.
It was on the Famicom, and it was ported to the Switch, yes.
There we go. All right, let's see if I can get this to work.
Did I tell you about the rabbit hole I went down?
宇津木探偵事務所です。はい。はい、わかりました。今から向かいます。
被害者は発見された時異様な様子だったと。
彼が発見された時のあの姿が18年前に起きたある事件の被害者とそっくりなんだよ。
まるでエミオの話じゃないですか。捜査一課の久世純子です。
お、探偵くん。
エミオは紙袋をかぶってこういうの。
Oh, it's almost like
I can give you a smile that lasts forever.
It's almost like that yokai, you know, the woman who slashes people's faces.
I think I know who you mean, yeah. So yeah, so there is going to be a demo released on the 20th, and the reason I mention this is because I get we're doing the stream on the 20th for the Gamescom. We're not doing it that night. That's way too much, and also might not be able to in general. But I was gonna say, if we want to do a curveball Friday next week, do we want to try Famicom Detective Club Friday next week so we can get a gauge as to whether it's something we want to play down the line or not?
So what I'm getting from this is it's a more horror, a more serious toned, less ridiculous kind of Phoenix Wright. And it obviously predates Phoenix Wright, so it's unfair to like kind of really compare it. But like you say, it didn't get the same level of, you know, engagement over in the West. So whereas we're far more familiar with Ace Attorney, very few people have heard of this particular franchise and how it's. And I actually don't know if this is how the original games were done. I think it probably was, but I've never played any, so I don't know.
Likewise.
Yes, I imagine it's probably, they don't tend to change up the format that much. I mean, it's a Zelda game. They just do whatever they want, but like.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that could be fun. I'm all up with that.
Yeah, and I'll put that to folks in the chat as well if they would like to see us play through the demo. Oh, the sun's shining in my eyes. That was random. But yeah, because in a weird way, either way, I want to play the demo, but. And okay, right. So there's a couple of schools of thought here because I'm not sure if you heard, but recently in Japan, someone basically got convicted of streaming a game online that was a visual novel.
Yes. Yes, depending on what sources you read, it kind of omits various important parts of the story.
Yeah.
What they were doing was 100% dick move, by the way.
Yeah, so part of me is thinking, because they're releasing this as a demo, I think that, for want of a better phrase, gives us clearance, quote unquote, to be able to share that with people, because it's like a public thing. It's not like it's behind a paywall, if you will.
Yeah. Well, is it?
Well,
I mean,
inherently, you have to buy the console to get access to it, but you know what I mean? It's
what this guy was doing was very specific. I think it was almost like he was kind of doing, I think, the equivalent of, you know, like taking Patreon content and spreading it elsewhere, which is a dick move and frowned upon. Whereas I don't see how this would be any different to any other kind of
Oh, yeah, sorry, I should
right?
clarify. I think I missed that point in what I said. So what I'm thinking is I would like to stream the demo, at least a release of the demo, if you will, like part one of the demo. Because the way I look at it, that's free, and they're making that available, so I see no reason why we couldn't at least do that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm confused about.
I mean, basically, general question, do you fancy doing that next Friday?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of horror games. I don't think we've done one on the stream before, but
we have not.
It's something that we can do.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know what, folks? Tentatively, we'll put that on the docket for next Friday, but we will see how things go. And if we kind of hear things about the demo that, you know, might mean we might need to give it a couple of weeks for things to be fixed or figured out, we may hold fire on that. But tentatively next week, we will have a look at Famicom Detective Club on our usual Friday stream. But
all right. So yeah, so in Japanese law, there's no such thing as fair use.
Yeah, it does not exist in Japan whatsoever.
Which is weird when you consider what are they called? Doujinshi.
Oh yeah, doujinshi and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy didn't get any prison time. By the way, he's in his 50s, which I think is kind of funny. So yeah, basically, I think what he did was he basically uploaded the full game to YouTube. And
I think that's the thing that did it. It was the fact it's because it was basically a visual novel, so you're basically showing the entire game.
Yeah, it would be the same. Visual novels are weird because they are kind of just playable books.
Yeah.
So like it would be like uploading a film to YouTube, which you're not allowed. It's a very strange. You have to kind of turn it around about 3 times before it'll fit in my head. But I think I get it.
Exactly. I mean, but it's like in the case of what we've done with like Ace Attorney and Ghost Trick as well, you could count with. I would argue, particularly with Ace Attorney, that given the age of the content and that we're coming at it from a unique...
Oh yeah, we're fine.
But also we're coming at it from a fairly unique perspective in that pretty much everyone except for Jeremy has played this game. So
I haven't played this game. I never had the console.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just a person who likes to read Wikipedias in my full time.
But you are at least aware of what goes on and happens, whereas I literally know nothing.
I watch people do like plays and stuff, let's plays and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, so at the very least, we will give Famicom Detective Club next week a try and see how it goes. And if we're both like, nah, not for us, we will switch back to Ace Attorney and go with that accordingly. But with that,
it's weird to me that there's no connection anywhere about the similarity between this Emio character and the Kuchisake yokai. It's just weird. No. Sorry, I just thought it was strange considering they seem to have a very similar deal. Maybe, but I mean, it's very new, so who knows?
Indeed. But with that being said, though, I think it's time we switch over, folks. Let's get ready. Let's get ready for the next part of Ace Attorney, Justice for All. So, quick recap for where we got to, folks, last time. In fact, I should turn on the audio for the game. There it is.
Can you do the recap, or do you want me to do it?
So, I will attempt to do it, and then you can give the correct recap. So, we've got to a point where a murder has happened. It happened in a locked room where there's no way they could have got inside, but we found a hole behind a screen, like the screen I normally have behind me, but not tonight because of reasons.
A hole, to clarify, a bullet hole, not a hole.
There you go. And we've also discovered that there was like I want to say a doctor, and who treated people quite badly at a place, and one of the other characters who's staying at the place this murder happened to be was related to someone who used to work at the facility. And there's also a child who seems to be important.
So the doctor, his clinic, like however long ago, they lost like over a dozen patients through malpractice.
That was it.
And
yeah.
The nurse who was on duty was blamed. She then died in a car accident.
A convenient car accident.
Indeed, her sister, who seems to blame the doctor for overworking, her sister who has passed away, she is the one who's staying at the Faye Manor. That's Eni. Yes, and the doctor was shot, and by all accounts, it appears to be the ghost that possessed Maya to do this spirit reading what done the murder. But weirdly enough, the key to open this channeling chamber that Maya took in with her ended up outside of the room, and we don't know how, because it shouldn't have done that.
Indeed. The locked door principle.
But yeah, so Maya's in the detention center. We probably won't see as much of Maya this time because you never really see much of the defendant. I don't know why, only in the investigation bits. But anyway.
So with that being said, folks, let us engage.
We're about to meet the new prosecutor.
Oh, here we go. Right.
We haven't met yet, and if you remember, Jeremy was very wah! About there being 2 Von Karmas at least.
The idea that Von Karma had produced in itself is something. Here we go.
What are you imagining, Jeremy?
I'm imagining the really posh porn from Family Guy and him doing the German version of it.
No, I mean for the new prosecutor. What are you imagining them? Jeremy, stop thinking about that goddamn Family Guy porn. I've told you about that. Get it out of your head.
What would be the German equivalent? I'm going to imagine they will be either as brash, if not more brash, or they are going to be the kindest, most gentlest prosecutor in the whole world. And I'll be like, oh, I want them to win.
Or yeah, they'll be really super duper kind, but they'll have that like anime character trait where they just flip out and go insane at random points.
So
everyone in the chat who knows what they're like is just they're like.
June 21st, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby, number 3.
What? Prosecutor von Karma? You mean?
No. I heard it's his successor this time.
Oof. Not his twin brother, thank fuck. Successor? Successor? I barely know him. Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. Actually, I heard he was right-handed. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks so he could win. Yeah. Who would pull tricks to win in a courtroom? Certainly never us. We've never done that, not once.
He was a man obsessed with the word perfection.
He had it tattooed on his balls.
He had a perfect record for 40 long years as he gripped his coat, clutched it. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get... Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts.
You're just trying to say the line and everyone else has gone into the courtroom. They're like, Phoenix, hurry up! Oh, shit!
And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. And they're like, Phoenix, hurry up!
No, we've got to drag it out. It's no good. If you remember, Maya thinks she did it. Remember?
Hmm.
Oh, that must be Pearl. Mystic Maya! Pearly! You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. Can I pause just for a second?
You may.
So, if you recall, Pearl is here and not in Kurain village because she ran all the way.
Okay,
and we know,
gotta get some cardio in, you know.
We know that Kurain village is 2 hours away on the train.
Yeah.
Because it said so.
Yep.
So after the stream finished, last time we streamed, so nearly 3 weeks ago, I immediately went on Google and I looked up places that you can get to on a 2-hour train ride from London to get a kind of idea of how far Pearl ran.
Go on, I'm going to take a sip of Pepsi while you do that.
Risky, Jeremy, risky. Do you know the first one that came up of where Pearl would have run to in 2 hours?
Birmingham.
Stonehenge.
Okay.
I don't think these trains are as fast as Mike seems to think they are. Also, she has little legs. But no, for a 2-hour train journey out of London, you can get to Stonehenge. So she ran the equivalent of the centre of London, Victoria Coach Station, all the way to Salisbury Plain.
So basically, what you're telling me is she ran to Glastonbury.
I mean, that's what I should have done is actually worked out the time for that walking, because that would have been. Let's do that now, live on the stream. So yeah, 2 hours in the car, walking, 31 hours, but obviously that would not involve stopping. So I presume she'd have to stop. So I think it would take her the guts of like a week to walk or run that far. And I don't think she's had long enough. So I don't know what this girl's deal is, but she's getting, if she's hitchhiking, she shouldn't be, because she's like fucking.
I mean, look, we've heard in the previous chapter that like she's got special powers, as it were, like there's something unique about her. So maybe she literally just ran.
Maybe her power is not getting murdered when she hitchhikes. I mean, that's quite an amazing power, frankly. Anyway, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't have another place to put that in because I was going to do it in a
How many
like,
weeks
last week,
have you literally waited since we did the last stream to have this discussion?
When else would I have done this? There's literally, I had the only reason I actually didn't have it open on my screen is because I turned off my computer when I left the country, and I was like, I don't want to leave the computer on while I'm out the country. Anyway, there you go. You're welcome. I was really worried about you and tired. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together?
No, she's still walking.
No, I left her at Stonehenge. Mother is watching over the trainees. This is not the voice I gave her last time. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks, other than breaking their spirits.
Do you want to look up the previous VOD quickly just to get the right voice, or I could probably give you a time code if you want?
I kind of do. Sorry, y'all.
No, it's all good. Like, give me a second.
Amazing content you come along for. I'm going to mute myself real quick.
And give me a second. I'll give you a time code to look up. If you look up roughly, when does she open up to us? There's a point where she suddenly starts speaking for some reason. Let me have a quick skim.
I got it.
Okay, cool. 2 hours from Huddersfield. Yes, we should get back on the road with this momentarily, folks. See, this is what happens. When we do it weekly, we have a nice little bit of continuity. Like, the voices are sort of still there and whatnot. But occasionally there's the odd voice which just passes us by. It's happened to me before.
I remember now. I remember why I got confused. It's because she's American in the voice I gave her.
That makes sense. You did a Kieran, right, as it were.
I did a Kieran because we discussed it, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the way I had of differentiating her voice from Maya's.
Mm.
I got it now. Okay, let's try again. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. That's right, that's the voice I did. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and I followed a map.
And she looks like she's ready for a fight.
Why was a map walking down the road? I don't know. I just thought.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here. I don't know why I said that like that. Don't tell me you...
Occasionally she drove and partied with the desert creature. Of course not. I ran.
Called it. I knew it. She ran. Cardio machine.
Her legs are worn down to stumps at the knees, and you're like, Pearl, you should go to hospital. That's fucking horrible. Jesus.
That's... I can't... Oh my...
Don't worry, Phoenix, I've already done the maths, it's fine.
If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man.
Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train?
I give up.
Time, isn't it?
To...
Defend Maya!
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Inopportune apple bite.
Oh, damn it. I'm really scared. I know it's not my first time being accused of murder, but Miss Von Karma tries to do something to me. Like, make you guilty. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that?
Mr.
Mr. He's Nick's boyfriend. I mean, rival. Well, he's also a friend. Nick's like, shut up.
Oh, wrong button. There we go.
Wait, was that Edgeworth's objection?
I think
or
so,
was that
yeah.
Phoenix's? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell.
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. I saw him yesterday. Oh no, wait, he's gone, isn't he? Remember, he's missing in this continuity. Yeah, listen to the music we've been denied for this game. We don't get this music in the second game, and it makes me so mad because it's my favorite.
But we do. It's right here.
Yes, this is like a flashback. Yeah.
Let's go, bub.
It's your line.
Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end.
Hot.
I like the fact that Maya's objecting back against him. It's always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life, oh my god, just lawyers being pals.
That was an excellently timed sound effect.
Oh, remember he's incredibly touchy about Edgeworth, so I think he's probably quite annoyed properly.
Maya, please don't mention that name ever again.
Huh? But why, Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know.
Forgot you're an idiot.
He's gone. And he's not coming back.
He's gone to a lawyer farm upstate. What?
He's gone to take his tune-in exams.
Tune in next week for the exams. Well, wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Just what the heck is going on here?
Court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom.
It's like Mike's here doing a voice.
Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway.
Oh, I nearly made a really spicy joke there, but I decided to not.
Oh.
I'll tell you what it was off stream.
Oh.
No, it's not safe for work. I'll tell you about it off stream. And everyone at home can just wonder.
June 21st, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Hi, number 5.
Oh, I haven't done this voice in a while. Literally haven't done it in a while. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
Maya, did you get your frequent murderer card stamped? 6 and you get a free coffee in the buffet room.
Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Oh, that's a look. Holy heck. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, what is with this kid?
Why does nobody in the prosecution ever actually answer the judge? Has anyone actually, apart from Payne, no one's ever answered that question?
Ahem. Mr. Wright, are you prepared?
Why are you picking on me? She didn't say anything.
Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Do you want to know why? Because Phoenix is the only one that will answer him, so he knows he can pick on him.
This is true. Bullies pick their targets. Plus, there's a good reason not to pick on her. Well, Phoenix Wright.
Oh, I'm getting flat. I literally just got a judder, like, thinking back to the first game when you did that voice just now. Holy heck.
Hopefully it'll be a little bit different from Von Karma. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman. Correct.
Hold on. So, she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma?
Women can have jobs! I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy.
Can I just say, I love the spelling. I love the spelling of Franziska.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It's really good.
Franziska.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Guess where this is going, Mr. Smith?
Up your bum!
Oh, you wish. No, you seriously wish. Oh.
Revenge? Or as Phoenix might say it, revenge?
I've remembered the problem with doing the German accent is I can't do it loud enough, so I'm having to lean forward. Let me know if it's too... Von Karma was even worse because I was trying to do it low as well. At least I can actually do this in my proper register.
Yeah, do let me know, folks, if I need to try and adjust on the audio, and I will try and do that.
Yeah, if I'm too quiet, let me know.
Is this about her father, Manfred Von Karma?
Well, it's not about her other father, is it?
If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can...
Ah! I am talking.
I need to get a whip sound effect, don't I?
Oh, I think it's in the game, I think.
Perfect! Perfect!
If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me.
Such a good pose. We actually get to see more of the character just in general. We only got seen from the front before. It's actually a nice...
I mean, he wasn't wielding a weapon, so yeah, I guess.
I mean, his face.
His face was terrifying.
Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I
I
beg
can
of
do
you.
both.
Ah!
Damn.
Okay, that's the first time he gets whipped, but it is very much the last.
Huh?
Make no mistake, I will defeat you.
Oh, that was so good. I'm trying to make a little marker for that, but for some reason I can't. That's annoying.
According to this, we've been streaming for 47 minutes. We've been live.
There it is, right? Sorry, the Twitch app decided to update again, and of course, it's a crap update. So.
Oh, I'm just looking at the thing on.
No, that's cool. So I've made a marker
screen.
now, so that's cool. I've got that. Unless someone wants to clip it, go for it.
Go for it. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I do not accept men who do not go down.
Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate.
Winning!
And that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on Meow Watch. I mean, my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Bent over holding his ankles for some reason. Nobody told him to do that. Weird. Where are your trousers?
Your Honor. Does the defense wish to enter the plea of not guilty?
If you do guilty, we can all go home.
Yes.
I love how you had to think about that. Phoenix, come on.
That was literally the look of...
There's a line in Harvey Birdman where he's just like, I'm not prosecuting on behalf of the government. And then Birdman's like, shit, am I supposed to be prosecuting? Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
My new album coming soon.
It's your favorite! Oh god, this bullshit. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. Is that right? I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. I don't know what accent this is. I can speak German. Can't do German accent.
Justified self-defense?
Did I imagine that this came up before?
I don't know. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves.
So it's manslaughter. That's
Okay.
what that is.
In defense of themselves. Sorry, not themselves. Just realised I've said that wrong.
I don't know why they're saying themselves, because themselves is correct.
Yeah. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but...
But that would mean saying Maya did kill him, which she didn't.
The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Didn't you say guilty a minute ago?
The judge
No.
did, not Phoenix.
Oh yeah, got Phoenix. Are you the judge?
Because I only speak phonetically.
Phonetically.
Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone.
Yeah, you did kill them. Oh, she's bowing. How foolish. If that's how you want to play, it's Mr. Phoenix, right? Then I shall now call as the first witness.
She's just as scary as her father.
But so much hotter.
Like father, like daughter, I suppose. And yes, I agree, Claire. As Harriet said in the chat, hello, mommy.
Witness your name and occupation.
Ha! You did that in time.
I know, I saw it come up in the thing just before it played.
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct, you see? Ah!
Get to the point already! Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sure. If everyone would please look at this map.
Look at this map! Sorry.
You see, the chamber has no windows, and the door was locked shut, tight, completely shut. I couldn't think of another word. I move on. At the time of the moida, only the victim.
Oh shit! They were drinking alcohol. They were drinking alcopops in there, Jeremy.
Freaking alcopops. Only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there?
The music sounds like he's on countdown.
Well, they were, channeling a spirit. Sure.
Yeah, alcohol.
Channeling a spirit?
Yeah, you've had like 3 of them in the courtroom.
You mean the Smirnoff Ice?
The vodka blue, blue wicked.
Also, I have no idea why your sound effect didn't play now.
No, that was weird. I didn't know
Mr.
it was
Yorkshire,
come up.
I will see if I can quickly...
Play it, yeah.
Give me a second, I will attempt to get it and make sure it plays. Because I am nothing if not loyal.
Oh, it did play over Gumshoe, but I would have still heard it.
Which one was it, sorry?
Oh my god, you sucker, oh my god.
Oh my god! That wasn't it, but there you go. Everyone else probably heard that, but you didn't, so don't worry.
I didn't hear it, no.
I don't know why I played that one, everybody, but that was not the correct one if you heard that.
Which one was it? I didn't hear it. Guys, which one was it? I didn't hear it.
Oh, it did play, did it? Okay, I was talking.
Oh my god!
But there we go, right.
There you go, I just played it for me.
No idea what happened there. That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Ahem. Anyways, a few minutes later, no, a few minutes after, because I can't sight read. A few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots, bang, bang, were heard, coming from inside the room, sure.
You foolish fool, you do not need to do the sound effects.
A few of the witnesses broke down the door and rushed into the room. You see the diagram? You see? There. No, there. You see the diagram? You see? And it's been a long week. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead.
That's the judge. That's the judge. That was the judge, Jeremy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And that's when they found out the victim was already dead.
Already dead.
I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over.
Cool. Great. Great start.
We
Love
got
that.
floor plans in the court record. We got floor plans.
We got plans, and they're going against our verdict.
So, how was the victim killed? Meow.
A giant cat dropped on their head.
I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, then.
Witness testimony. Cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot, bang, to the forehead, sure.
I told you not to do that.
The shot was fired from point-blank range.
Why is it called point blank range?
I don't know. It was also the name of a PlayStation 1 game. Please Google it. But before the victim was shot...
That was a good movie. Sorry.
That's right, but before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Shank.
I'm not gonna shoot her, but I might sham her.
The wound was very severe. But you see, not enough to cause instantaneous death.
Imagine if the judge tried to say instantaneous.
The murderer used the... I can't keep the accent up tonight. Used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Shank.
The shanking, the chibbing.
So, the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Sure.
Is that up to date? Up to date?
After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point-blank range. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
This is you talking to yourself, Jer, sorry.
That's fine. But now we don't need to reread the entire cross-examination thing.
No,
So,
no. Oh,
So-
before you get in, Apparently, the term point blank is thought to derive from 16th century French for pointer à blanc, which means to point at white, and it's thought that white was the center of the target they used. So in order to hit something like that, you'd have to be really close. But it's a little bit fuzzy as to where it comes from.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Genuinely interesting.
Well, I don't like things going past and not working out. Anyway.
So, the direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. Do you want to press?
Let's press everything, because we know nothing.
The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? Good question, Phoenix. Good question.
Where did it come from? Where did it come from?
It was the victim's.
Yeah, because everyone's packing in Japan.
The victim's? Now, why would he have...
Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? Oh, you're so hot, you're so hot. The points that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. Jump ahead, Francisca. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
She's driving this, isn't she?
NANI?
Was?
Along with the victims.
Was he like, no?
The defendant, Maya Fays, were also on the grip, sure.
Anyone else?
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands there.
No.
It's been so long since I've done a trial, I'm rusty.
But also, I just walked into her hands.
So we've pressed on that one.
We did. Oh, no, we didn't.
Press. Point blank, huh? So how
What does that
far
mean?
away is that?
Is it from 15th century France?
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank?
Wait, so is point blank the next one up from contact, do you think?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Just care, Phoenix, right?
There's no waggle, it's just a... Oh, it's that!
She's
There's the
waggling.
waggle!
She's waggling. She's doing a waggle. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools in this foolish country.
My next album coming soon.
Yeah, it's a country album.
I'm sorry, there's only one way to say this. Excuse me!
A gunpowder burn. That was Irish or something. Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder
Yeah.
burn?
That's another good album. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes the bullet fire. It gets real hot, pal.
Wow, thanks for the science lesson.
And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
It
Gumshoe.
was a contact wound. It's a contact wound. You're talking about muzzle.
Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess.
Why did he not say from 0 to 20 inches? Because it can be anything from 0 to 20, right?
I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my field of expertise.
No, I'm just logically, right? If there's gunpowder, normally gunpowder, if there's gunpowder on it, you can tell how the gun was close. It doesn't necessarily have to be like super close because it can still like fly. But there is a limit to how far it can fly. So you'd think it would be like 0 to that limit. And for some reason they're saying 12 to 20. And I'm like, what if it was closer than 12? Would the gunpowder have landed like behind him? This doesn't make any fucking sense. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess 1 to 11 is gonna be a different word then.
The pointy point. Yeah, press on everything.
At blank. Press on everything. Oh, literally press.
I mean, we don't know anything, so we might as well.
Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with?
I swear to God, if you say a knife.
A fruit knife.
I didn't know fruit had a specific knife.
Butter does. Bread does.
Butter's not a fruit. I mean, breadfruit.
Well, no, I meant as in like there's a bread knife, there's a butter
I know, but
knife.
bread is a thing, and there's so many different kinds of fruit. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are some fruit where you're like, I could cut that with a knife, and then there are other fruit you're like, I'm gonna.
Steak knife, as Harriet said. Pizza knife.
I'm just pointing out that all the other things that have specific knives are pretty homogenous, whereas fruit is a gigantic variation in sizes, you know, whether you need to peel them or not.
I mean, at that point, you get an axe. I see. And whose knife was it?
The fruit.
It looks like it belongs to the Fays, sir.
Ah, it was the fake fruit knife.
And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. I'll get back in action now. I lost it. All over it, huh?
Oh, so apparently a fruit knife is more of a Japanese thing.
Okay,
which makes
fair.
more sense, because I've never heard of specifically a fruit knife. Anyway.
This does not look good.
Ha, ha, ha. What will you do now, Herr Phoenix, right?
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Press!
Press.
How severe was the wound?
Very, Phoenix!
If it had to be half an inch more to the right...
Try again. You put in so many extra words. Slow down.
Wait, no, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on.
What?
I'm deviating. It's time for the return.
He's deviating. It's time to report him back to... What's that fucking thing in
Let's
Detroit
hydrate, folks, with some actual H2O. See what happens.
You report you back to Cyberlife because you're deviating.
I've seen this IRL, says Harriet.
I would not drink that much English tap water so quickly, honestly.
I don't have much of an option, so therefore I will take that.
I'll post you down some Scottish stuff. God, seriously.
Post me some Scottish stuff.
I never really understood the beef that Scots have with English tap water.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Like, as soon as I moved back down here, it was like...
I know about it. I know about it. I just hadn't really kind of got it until KitCon weekend, where all the water I had access to was warm. So, and to be honest, chilling like mid-water can make it okay. But good water tastes fine, whatever the temperature is. But warm mid-water, gross.
Mid at best.
You're having to drink it because it's so hot, and you're trying to be like responsible, but you're like,
mid at best water.
Mid at best. Full of poo. Anyway, continue.
If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
Objection. Pretty sure people have been stabbed in the chest and fought back, unless you hit their spinal cord, which if they can't. God, these people know nothing about knives or stabbing. Anyway, continue.
This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill.
No, it was an inch to the right, remember?
The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair question.
Yep, sure as sure can be.
Cool, no more questions.
One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal.
Tell me how.
Tell me how. Shank, 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 bang, bang.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools.
My follow-up album coming soon.
You're so prolific, Jeremy. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly.
Retraction,
so
that won't be an EP.
The logic she's using is the fact that there would have been no need to shoot. Wait. The pistol wound would have killed him instantly. Then again, how do they know he wasn't stabbed post-mortem? Continue.
Who knows?
Maybe it wasn't bleeding. I don't know. Does it matter then? Bitches first? Yes. Yes, it does, Von Karma. Think a little more before you open that big, big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, what a pain.
Harriet says she misses Irish water. I remember Reese saying that he missed Welsh water as well. Anyway.
That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered.
Are you sure about that?
I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today, sure. I added the sure because.
It's bring your murder weapons to court day.
Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Murder weapons was Gray's, 2 shots fired. Bears Myers and Gray's fingerprints.
Wait, there's a bear? His fingerprints are on it too?
Murder weapon, a small Japanese fruit knife, belongs to the Fays. Bears Myers fingerprints.
A bear! The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m.
Yes.
Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at the time. Well, surely they'd be ear witnesses, but okay.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh?
So they had 2 gunshots and there's 2 weapons. So it must be one of those rare knives that makes a sound like a gun when you stab. Oh god!
Hang on, wait, I'm trying to process. Hang on, so bang, bang.
It's fucking Squall from Final Fantasy VIII murdering people.
It's a gunblade.
It's a tiny gunblade. One of the vendors in the Kitakon dealer room had a patch of a gunblade that was about that big, and it just said whatever on it. One of my favourite things in the dealer room. Natürlich.
Oh, this is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little, tiny, pathetic gaffle. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
This is quite true.
And that is quite...
Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all of this, do you still wish to plead not guilty?
I feel like this is more bullying than a court case.
It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
Oh, the
Lose huzzah.
The highly expert opinion of this court. See, just as I promised, Herr Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
Roll back the tape.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet.
What will you do, Mr. Wright?
Just turn around, Phoenix gone. It's gone.
Will you change to quote-unquote justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so.
No.
This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this one through all the way.
So, I'm just going to tell you because it's funny. It doesn't matter which you pick, because if you pick the wrong one, he goes, "What the fuck am I thinking?" and then does the right one anyway.
Not
you
guilty.
You cannot get this wrong.
If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. We have to be spelling on all the forms and just clock to murder.
We have to spell it on all the forms. Murder's much. Wait, hang on. I don't put murder on any of the forms either.
After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labelled a murderer.
I mean, she would be a murderer.
Again, for a short time. I can't let that happen.
Who was she supposed to have killed the first time?
I don't remember at this point. So many people have perished.
Yeah, it was her own sister, wasn't it?
I think so, maybe, actually. They mentioned it.
He tried to set her up as being Mia's murderer, which is bullshit.
Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not.
Hang on. Sorry, Discord just did that thing again. Is everything okay?
Sound fine to me?
Literally, it just hung up and reconnected the call instantly.
I literally didn't even notice anything if it did. So.
No, I don't know how it looks from the other side. Okay, cool. If it keeps happening,
We'll figure it out. We'll work it.
Okay. Can everyone still hear me?
I can still hear you
Sound off in the
perfectly.
chat if you can hear me.
I can still hear you, and the way I've got it set up, it should be reflective of what everyone else hears. So, yep, confirmed. Thank you very much.
Oh. Couldn't he consult with his client when changing please?
No, Lex, no!
Lex, get out of here with your goddamn court. Were you here earlier when I was getting angry about point blank and muzzle?
How dare you use logic? How dare you?
Oh, that's 200 years in sensible jail for Lex. What's that emote that Lex was put in the chat?
We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal.
Oh, it's a dolphin missing. Oh, you got whipped. You have sealed your fate, Herr Phoenix, right? Detective!
Yes, sure.
Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike.
Oh, but... I'm fine.
Jeremy's in space. Do you like Jeremy in space?
Jeremy in space!
Good times, good times.
Yeah. Yes, sure.
Oh, remember, because Gumshoe was really bummed out about this one, because he was just like, I really wish that the facts of the case weren't what they were for once.
Now see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. You look so sad.
Incriminating evidence.
Why didn't we start with this?
Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
I didn't even see the word "and" there, and I was like, did they make a fucking mistake? Oh no, they've typed it at the end of the first
This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime.
A Spirit Halloween murderer costume?
As you can see, it's covered in blood, much like if you were watching the anime Bleach at various points. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Is she? So this is the Spirit Halloween costume.
It says Teenage Wizard on it.
There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sure.
How do you know it's hers?
I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder.
Like, oh, I got blood all over me, gross.
There are blood splatters on it.
Well, who folded it up? My brother in Christ, do not fold up fucking evidence.
Oh, but it needs to be ironed, you know?
Don't iron it either. Yeah, we've dry cleaned all the evidence. Is that fine? Oh, yeah, sure, probably, yeah.
Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both the murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. My first question, is it her blood? Has anyone tested it?
Why would it be her blood? She's not injured.
The defense continues. Could this situation get any worse?
What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss.
That's because I need my can of Pepsi Max.
No private placement in my courtroom.
You're not yourself when you've not had a Snickers. Evening, Charlie. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, Charlie's here. Yay, Charlie's here. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. I'm going to watch Outlander later, and I have a TV, so don't make me wait. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Herr Phoenix writes.
Oh, please
I
stop.
don't have a tail!
Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing.
Phoenix Bartholomew, right? You're in trouble now.
Right, so what are we going to press then? Everything?
So the first we can't really press on because that's just a statement. Of him apologising. You can press on whatever you want, Jeremy. You always can. Maya's
costume?
Yay! I did actually send Charlie a wee message. I don't know if Charlie saw it, but I was like, Charlie. Francesca said Charlie. Phoenix Bartholomew, Christopher Wright, the third.
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya.
Oh, so my message didn't get through, but the notification did. The system works.
She's wearing her channeling costume today, too.
She has more than one. She's not a complete nasty bitch.
Is she not allowed to wear anything else?
No, it's the rules.
Dem's the rules.
Okay, press on that, because we had questions.
There's blood on the costume.
Have you tasted it?
Lab results show that it's the victim's blood.
Fuck!
Oh! So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
It's too small.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
That is a spelling mistake. That should say glean, not gleam.
I thought so, but...
That's not right.
Well...
Ooh. If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. Believe me, I'm not happy about it. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on.
Not enough time? These trials are 3 days long. What are you on?
These trials go on for fucking ever.
Yes.
Let's not even get onto the fact that most court cases take fucking months.
Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct. This trial was granted special privilege of being an hour long. Oh, not even the judges. Now even the judge is on her side.
Charlie says this is the case that got her into Ace Attorney, so this is very nostalgic.
But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do?
Chew anyway.
Should I?
Should I?
Let it go. Let it go. I don't know the rest of the words. Let it go. Let it go. No, let's press further.
Please stop.
Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance?
Because she's the prosecutor.
There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that.
She is the prosecutor. That is what they do.
There must be something about this costume.
Alright, Charlie's like, Phoenix chewing the evidence, and now he's like, what is that? What do you have? Drop it! Drop it right now! Stop chewing it!
I just have to look harder.
Okay, look harder. Can we see anything weird? Does anything look weird to you?
Got a lot of evidence, flipping out. It's purple in this and white in the other.
Where's it white?
The robe was white in the other picture.
What other picture?
The one it was on before I hit the button.
That's a black and white photo.
Mr. Wright.
Oh my god, the game is even trying to help you here. It says there's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Jeremy, that's with you that is the foolish.
Oh, only Jeremy's shitty logic could make this even more awkward.
The only reason I was confused is because I'm like, we've not seen Maya wearing white. Ever.
Ah, looks like my time is up. So about the costume. There is
Columbo that shit. Columbo.
There is one that little thing.
Just one more thing.
Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. The blood is pre-printed.
I licked it and it's ketchup. Also, can I just point out as well that blood would not be probably red at this point, it would be brown.
It would have darkened up as it was. Darkened up. It would have, yeah.
No, I know exactly what you meant.
It would have dried up, but yeah, I know what you mean. What?
Hey, it's Gwen. Hi, Gwen.
Welcome, welcome. What are you talking about, pal?
The case, my job, you know.
That's the look of
That's the flexing, ready to whip. I'm ready.
My whip. I am holding this ready.
I'm looking up the German word for whip. It's probably just whip.
Where is this problem you are talking about?
It's on the evidence.
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Insert music. The problem I have with this is here. The fact there's a gunshot wound right there.
There's a gunshot hole. Which wouldn't make any sense, would it? Because if she shot him, why is there a hole in her clothing?
But how?
A what?
Present. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
Would you like to know what the German word for whip is, by the way? Because I honestly thought it would just be whip, but it's actually pretty damn cool. It's Peitsche.
Oh.
Peitsche.
Is that P-E-I-T?
P-E-I-T-S-C-H-E. Peitsche.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You can, if it's for riding, it's Reitgerte, and if it's like a
Cat nine tails?
scourge, like a flagellum, it's a Geisel.
Okay.
But like Peitsche, that's actually quite hard to say. Peitsche. It also sounds like you're saying something in a weird English accent, even though you're not. Sorry, continue.
The sleeve? There's a tiny hole there.
What?
A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Who wrote the report?
Hold on.
Whoa.
What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Well, that's enough for me if it smells faintly of something that you think it does, then that's fine.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me, and I'm the detective.
Stop outsourcing your work.
A hole that smells of gunpowder. Gotta have been a Kamehameha. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for.
Please stop saying hole.
Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole.
Why are you saying it this way? We've said the word hole too many times and that's not making sense.
Order! 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 This is a very grave matter.
Well, for one person.
It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Priorities, Jojo.
Press the check button. Press the check button for details. That's a very weird way to phrase that.
Yeah, I think basically they can't change. They haven't changed the image because there's nothing different in that image, but the description will have changed.
Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
Oh, you better believe that's a weapon.
Get ready for a pitcher.
Or maybe she's not going to bother. The ultimate insult. Oh, that's the old Edgeworth trick of smiling when you think you've got her on the ropes.
Is she actually smiling?
She laughs at that.
What else is she hiding?
Pull yourself together, detective. Is that a tiny hole? It doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Bear minute. Will a bear fit through that hole? Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more.
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, What Prosecutor von Karma has said is true.
Is it?
The evidence still stands. Literally, Lex looks at Gumshoe, literally. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then no way.
I mean, logically speaking, there could have been a hole in it before. We don't know that it's a hole as a result of something.
They could have been doing archery practice. It's all good, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they're not actually bothering to explain any of this because fuck you. But there is a potential like other explanation.
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yeah, sure. Have we read this bit? Yes.
No. Yeah, that's the fourth statement. So before we go on,
Yes?
we've thought about the fact that why would there be a gun hole? A gun hole? I'm doing it now. Why would there be a bullet hole in her clothing? I was imagining it coming from behind her, but if you think about it, it could have been because it was his gun, right? And
Gray's gun, right?
Yeah, Gray's gun. So if she stabbed him, hypothetically, he could have shot back at her, missed, and then like she got the gun and shot.
So was there more than one shot, basically?
Well, they did hear 2 gunshots, remember?
Yes, we did, didn't we?
And there's only 1 gunshot in him. So I think what the game is trying to get you to say is that he shot that shot in self-defense. So we can present the costume as a counteraction to what he's saying now. Try preventing it.
So the defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
So present, yeah. Oh,
I pressed, sorry.
it's okay, we'll just have to go around again.
No. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't?
Well, this might clarify.
We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. Oh, we're in real trouble now. If I only had something to prove that the victim did fight back.
I only had another button I could press.
That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find I'll find a critical contradiction somehow. It's the way the game works, and then I'll have her. So, we're back to the beginning now, aren't we? Oh, hello.
Sorry, I thought it'd be more interesting if we watch it for a whole.
All right, you're cool.
No, I'm not gonna read
sorry, pal, there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
But that was his first statement. So I think it was his last statement we wanted to present it against. The one that's saying he didn't fight back.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
That one.
Okay, so, present.
Yeah.
And what we presented, the costume?
Yeah.
Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Dick Bartholomew Archimedes Gumshoe.
The third.
Of Gwent.
Yeah? Having you call me by my full name was a kind of a weird feeling, pal.
Phoenix like, oh, I've got it now. Jesus.
You said that my client killed, quote unquote, a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. End
Your
quote.
mistake was saying without a doubt, because that immediately means that I doubt you.
Yeah, I did. I hit the wrong button, sorry. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
God, that was a weird jumble of words that somehow still made an English sentence.
What does it mean? Oh, what does it mean? Sorry. I'll tell you what it means.
He's just saying it different ways. Like, what does it mean? What does it mean? What?
I'll tell. Wrong accent. I'll tell you what it means.
Oh, thank God, because I don't know what it means.
It means the victim had fired off a shot.
Of spirits?
Is this what it means to not fight back?
I do wonder why he didn't just punch her.
Ah! You're right!
I know.
It seems you are correct.
Montgomery, you get your beard in on
If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
If the victim had tried to shoot him, then he'd still be alive. Wait, no, Judge, that's not.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting. That open window really helped.
Huh.
Oh, what is with that? What is with that? Are you finished? Laugh. What the heck? Damn you!
She's reading Kafka under the desk. She's like, you bore me. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
No, she's blatantly reading the manga Dick Fight Island. Like, you know.
Dick Gumshoe Fight Island.
Ms. Von Karma?
It seems that my affair was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. I am 14 years old.
That is correct.
How old is she supposed to be? 16 or some shit? But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, that the defense clearly said they rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Now that you... Why? That's right.
Right-ro.
Charlie, I just saw you send the chat.
Yeah. The worst part is Dick Fart Island can even get to you inside your house. I left my house earlier to walk my dog, by the way, while I was still connected to the call with Jeremy, and I left the call going. And as I left the house, I actually had a thought of, oh no, I'm locking Jeremy in my house. He was just on the other end of the Discord call. He's not here. He's not even in the same country, but for some reason...
Hold that thought. I step out and I walk into your shop.
We've done that to Keith's D&D group before when his DM has visited us and the other group haven't known. He'll just walk into the back of Keith's shop. It's quite fun. It's good fun to do that one. Anyway. Oh. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
No!
No!
Well, yes, that's true.
Pretty standard for this stage. Furthermore, hello, Katya. Just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Didn't you just say it was?
Huh? How so?
Ah! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day.
I got locked in the pachinko parlor. I couldn't get out.
What, I do everything? Christ. Yeah, she's 18. Sorry, she's 18. With the new information we acquired, added in, of course.
Huh? You mean by myself?
Huh? Stimmt.
You want me to put together the scenario all by myself?
Gott in Himmel.
Yeah, sure. Right away, sure.
You better do it.
What transpired?
many times has he done the same very short bit of sentence? Oh man.
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim, shank, in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Sir, sure. You're right.
Shank. Shank your victim. Shank your victim. Sorry.
While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Oh yes, they both.
The victim took a shot, bang. But because they were too close, he missed.
I don't think that's how shooting works.
The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it, bang. This scenario you have put together does make sense.
There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, sure. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. But please refrain from glaring at me like that.
You're having a go at me for glaring at you when there is a terrifying German teenager over that who is armed.
Who is literally in court with a weapon.
Right? I think at some points they make a point of like, you shouldn't have that weapon in here, so she just whips them until they're sharp. And they're like, okay, please stop.
Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Okay. Okay. So, you can press on whatever you like. This is a weird case because I don't think what you have to do is particularly obvious.
Okay.
And I'm aware that I have been leaning quite heavily on the guide for this. So maybe
that's fine. We'll see.
And we'll see how we do without it.
We'll see how we do, and then inevitably you can raise the white flag of destiny.
It's more the fact that like my brain just doesn't seem to think the same way as this guide or this game. So we'll just try on our own and see what happens.
There is quite a difference in the height between Dr. Gray and the defendant.
And
in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, I guess...
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Herr Phoenix, right? This is fucking amateur hour. Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Nicht wahr? When channeling is occurring, channeling technique, the medium physically changes. See, she knows about it. Everyone else is like, spirits! And she's like, I know the ins and outs of this technique. And I'm like, thank God you're so competent, I swear to God. With the nurse's build, the defendant could easily have been a match for the doctor. Yes, because the nurse, if you remember, if it was indeed their spirit, they were taller than Maya. Because when we came in the first time, it wasn't Maya that was there.
I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Karain channeling technique?
Because she's a nerd! But a nerd with a whip. Like I said before, ich bin perfect. I am perfect.
What are you talking about? I didn't quite get it.
Okay, everyone else who's paying attention did.
Never mind.
They both looked at each other, like, kind of all their things forgotten, and like, seriously, this guy? Anyway, let's just carry on.
Let's continue with the testimony.
Okay, just like, can we just put everything aside for 1 second? Who the fuck? Where did you find this guy? Seriously, what the fuck? Where did you find this judge?
He's the only judge left.
We're not even sure he is a judge. He just turns up every day.
Hello, my name is Jay Udge.
Despite what you might think, I'm not related to Midge.
So, of course, the victim used the last of his stroke to fight back, sir. Alright, let's just press anyway.
Might as well.
So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was?
To death.
Actually, I went to give blood the other day.
What?
And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy.
I can say that for a man of your size, that is not normal, Gumshoe. They only take a pint.
I guess the damage was maybe, about 10 times the dizziness.
Is that how much blood there is in a human body? 10 pints? No, it's more than that, isn't it?
I mean, hey, look, I've done a blood test the other day and they took a load out of me, so you know.
Well, they don't take as much for a blood. They don't take as much for a blood
Test.
I said taste.
I tried to let you get away with that one, but
we had a big argument. Well, we didn't have an argument. We had a lively discussion on the chat last night about whether Vampire the Masquerade was spelled with a Y or not. And turns out there is a vampire game with a Y, but it's not Vampire the Masquerade, which caused a lot of confusion between everybody else. Anyway, she's not saying anything.
Sorry.
You know, you better be sorry.
So while the two are fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Oh yes, they're both.
I mean, sure. Where in the world did that pistol come from? His bum?
His ass!
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day.
How could you possibly know that?
Because the shop has to have records.
You can tell when he bought it, but you can't tell why he bought it unless he told you.
Oh, right. I get what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah, it's about 10 pints of blood in the human body, so he is kind of right. If they took all that blood, you would be fucked.
Just woo! But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
You know, the thriving black market for guns.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something?
What, being killed? It didn't work.
The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed.
Now, I don't think that's logical, but then nothing in this game tends to be.
So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then, when they missed the shot?
Yeah.
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt.
Focus, Phoenix, focus. Even if she died, you'd see her every few days anyway.
Teeth in. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
That's what she missed. Wait, no, she didn't miss.
The victim had already taken off the safety.
That means that you can't miss.
With the safety off, even an amateur like you could fire it, just by pulling the trigger.
I've seen movies, you do that, you pull the thing back, and bang, I don't know, like a fire extinguisher.
I mean, you can still miss even if the safety's off.
Yeah, the safety doesn't mean like, oh, now the thing that stops you from hitting things.
I've seen anime, I know how this works.
I've seen boobs evade bullets, I know how they work.
This ain't like freaking Super Sentai or Power Rangers when someone takes someone else's weapon and can use it perfectly at that convenient moment. Anyway.
No, it's like Keigo where they fight with their butts.
Keijo's an awesome show. Hip whip girl. Even me.
She's reading Keijo underneath the thing like. Ooh.
Keijo.
Yeah, I know Keijo, but like she's reading the Keijo manga under the desk like. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect.
His testimony certainly makes us look very bad.
It's okay, we can look bad.
But there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth.
So what the game is now doing is telling you that we've gone all the way through and we didn't find what we needed to find.
The game is telling you, work it out. Yeah,
the game will basically, I don't know if it'll eventually start penalizing us, but it is now saying, okay, good try, now actually present something that contradicts something that he's saying. And I've chosen this moment. I know vaguely what it is because I did read the guide, but I don't know exactly what we have to present.
Okay. So, sort of trying to think in my head, what's like the contradicting factor at the moment that we've got?
So there's a lot of things that I don't think we've got proof for, but the game doesn't care about that. The game cares about things that we can actively disprove, and there aren't many of those. So he's saying the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. So that's obviously his opinion. We can't prove that, but we also can't disprove it. So it's probably not this statement.
The victim used the last of his strength to fight back. I mean, hang on, where's where's the map thing? Hang on.
Sure. Your hands.
Oh, it's not showing the positions they're in. That's handy.
Oh, remember, it was VK. So V was on the left and K was on the right. So the victim was on the left, kill was on the right, and the door on the far left was when they came in.
While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Again, that's his opinion, but we can't disprove it.
The victim took a shot because they were too close. He missed.
So,
excuse me,
this is the statement I think we need to present something against, but it's just like, what are we trying to disprove here?
Hang on, so what do we have? What about the screen?
Oh, we haven't talked about the screen yet, I don't think.
Just because there's a bullet hole in there, so the theory would then be that he missed. It went through Maya's sleeve and into the screen.
Which is probably what the game will say if you present that.
Yeah.
So that's not disproving anything to say. This is what I mean. The logic of this doesn't really follow in my head, but I think... So, did the judge sniffed it and said it smelled like gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
So, according to their own logic, how close would that mean they'd have had to be?
Very.
Yeah, does it say anywhere in the things we've got? It says that there's gunpowder residue on the guy's head, right? On the autopsy, in the autopsy.
Around the bullet hole.
12 to 20 inches, yeah. But I don't really understand what we're trying to disprove, because are we trying to prove that the bullet was fired from somewhere else? Because if so, how are we proving that?
So, the doctor fired the first shot, missed, and Maya then picked up the gun and shot.
That is what Gumshoe is saying.
But somewhere in there, the stabbing had to take place. So how did the opening come about?
No, so the stabbing happened first.
Oh, okay, so stab, shot, shot.
That's what Gumshoe is saying. Gumshoe's saying that what happened was he was attacked with a knife, then he pulled out his gun to defend himself, shot at her, she grabbed the gun when he missed and shot him in the head. That's what he's saying. But something about her outfit apparently contradicts that, and I'm not sure what it is, because if it's trying to prove that the gunshot came from maybe further away, then why would the judge have said something about gunpowder? Because the whole point about gunpowder, well, I guess the smell of gunpowder is different from actually finding gunpowder, right?
Yes, because it would almost be like a burnt smell, I think, because it effectively there's like a mini explosion.
There is, but the thing is, he said he could smell it, and I'm like, to me, that means that gunshot hole was made at short range, but I don't think the game is wanting us to do that. I think the game is trying to make us say, oh, it could have been done at range, and I'm like, but then he said that there was gunpowder, and I'm really confused about that. Okay, I'll tell you what to do, because otherwise I think we're going to talk ourselves in circles.
Am I at all near in my thinking?
What's your thinking? Lay it out for me.
I mean, part of me...
What are you planning to present, and against what?
I shouldn't have said that now. So, part of me thinks it has to be to do with the weapon itself, but I can't think in what context it would be to present the weapon against.
It's not the weapon.
Okay.
I can tell you that. It is her costume that we need to present.
Okay.
And I think we need to present it against the him shooting and missing statement.
Yeah, because the one detail that is like, how did she get hold of the gun?
Well, that doesn't seem too weird to me, because if someone shoots at you, you can and you're really close, you can like hit them on the hand and they'll drop the gun and you can pick it up.
Maybe, but
not that weird. It's not completely unfeasible.
Well, the two are fighting.
This statement. No, next one. Sorry, next one.
And the victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed.
So present Maya's clothes against that, because I can't work out what it's trying to get us to do, and I'm getting really confused. But I think that is what it's meant to, what you're meant to do.
Missing a tiny hole on this costume.
What? Oh, he's trying to make it
will be the prosecution's undoing.
Will it? Because it's undoing me right now.
Eh? What do you mean?
What are you eating? Stop eating your bed.
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
Oh, no.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
I would be glad to. It's literally my job.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point-blank range.
Why do they keep dropping off the word range? Weird.
I don't know. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Are you literally telling us that we should have been able to see a visible gunpowder burn? Because nobody ever said that.
So, in an attempt now to make it feel like I'm being smart, but I'm not. The picture of the costume, and I did wonder this at first, but I didn't question it. There's like a white ring around it, the hole. Yeah. But I don't think it would be white. It would be more like a brown or a black.
It's burn. But at the same time, we don't have any other pictures of what gunpowder residue burn looks like to compare it against.
Yeah, there's no point of reference.
It affects different fabrics and surfaces differently as well. So we have literally less than nothing. Anyway, go on.
Gunpowder burn?
Swear to God.
This is what you testified earlier. Quote, when something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Quote.
That could have quite easily been what that looks like. We have no idea.
Oh!
Oh, he says.
But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. It's been...
Apparently. This is what I mean. I would have driven myself insane with that. Because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Excuse me. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
So if Phoenix is right, the point here
he is Phoenix right.
You foolish fool, Jeremy! Anyway, if Phoenix is correct, shall we say, then what he's saying is that one or both of the gunshots, no, actually no, the one that went through Maya's clothing was done from far away, further away than point blank.
Which might make sense as to why there is a hole in the screen at the back as well.
Yeah, they could have both been from the same shot. I'm disappointed, Herr Phoenix, right? You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? Stop saying the word hole!
Yes, teenager, I can.
Phoenix there with his grand old age of like 25. Do you want to know what the German word for hole is?
Go on.
Loch.
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 Okay.
So on that logic, do you know what the word arsehole is in German?
I nearly said lock hole, but I realised that'd be wrong.
That's hole.
Hole.
It's Arschloch.
Arschloch.
Good enough. With wishy-washy thinking, no German, whatever. With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Have you played a Phoenix Wright game?
Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
As the Chosen One once said in Kung Pao, I implore you to reconsider. Nothing there. Let's see. In the middle of the fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Tiger.
As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe.
Cut off one of his arms.
The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that.
Would they have had the strength to fire a gun?
Sweating, it's happening!
She's sweating. Well then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have some space between the doctor and herself. But then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. Why will you go out with me? No, not that kind of shot. There, that should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense.
The key word is awful.
What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think my tummy hurts and I'm mad at the government.
I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. It makes sense. Something doesn't make sense.
Without the safety net of the guide, I'm thinking probably something doesn't make sense because nothing ever does. Charlie says, unrelated, just gave James the fright of his life. I've been clearing out my cupboard and found my old baby growing left. Oh, me! That's so me! Oh, I once accidentally did something similar to my husband, though they're not quite as deliberate. Apparently, and I don't remember this. Apparently, once I said to him, you need to get home early from work today because we need to talk. I did the thing. I used the phrase. Anyone who's met me for more than 5 minutes will know that there ain't no fucking babies coming out of this bitch. But, you know, accidents happen. Even if accidents happen, there's still no babies coming out of this bitch. But at the same time, Keith had this thing of like complete logic went away and he went, that's it. They're pregnant. I'm gonna have to have a kid. I don't want one. And I'm fucked. Because it must have been such a horrible, helpless feeling because there was nothing he could do. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing at all. And that is quite correct, you know, because it's like their body, their choice kind of thing. But at the same time, he came home. I can't even remember about, but afterwards, he literally just sat down and went, oh my God, I thought you were pregnant. And I was just like, what? And he was like, you said we need to talk. And I was like, and your mind went there? And he was like, it was the worst thing I could think of. I'm like, you know, for some people, this would be good news. He went, weird people. And I'm like, no, Keith, don't be judging others because they don't want to do other things. I know, Charlie, it wasn't deliberate, but it was kind of like, at least yours was more like you gave him a hint where to think accidentally, whereas I just said we need to talk, and Keith's face just went, whack. So funny.
There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw?
Interessant, very interessant, very interesting. I would like to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
And now may I present to you an excerpt from the dance of Bye Bye Bye. Bye bye bye.
I didn't realise, because I haven't seen the movie, right? I didn't realise that the dance they're doing isn't a dance they made up for the movie. It is literally the dance that NSYNC do in the video for Bye 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 from the 90s. I was like, because I was looking at it like, I saw a knight doing it in like full armour on some TikTok thing, and I was like, that looks really oh my God, that's the original dance. Fuck me. Oh, someone will have definitely Gary's modded it. You know.
There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And
no, that wouldn't make sense, would it?
Yeah, and when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot.
Well, the gun would be in the wrong hands, surely, because he was finished off by a gunshot to the head, which would have meant that the murderer must have had the weapon. Oh, wait, hang on. Is she saying that he took his shot while he was pushed away, and then she ran towards him, got the gun, and did a contact?
Yeah.
I think that's what she said.
Like she did like a ninja move or something.
Okay.
There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts that line of thinking.
Well, it's giving us... Well, clearly there must be, but let's have a look what we got. It's quite a small room. Oh, would it be that they're where they were to start with, so nobody moved? I don't know. I think it might be the room plan, if you think about it, because if one of them had moved from the... Because I think, they didn't have any pictures of what was the setup before the murder, but the positions they were found in seemed to be pretty much what you'd expect from two people having like a seance. Do you want to risk it? And
It's that or the screen. It's one or the other.
Yeah,
but I
mean,
can't think in this context how the screen would help offset that thinking.
Yeah, the screen actually wouldn't do either way, I think. Charlie says to save and then cheese it. Can we save?
I didn't know you could.
I didn't know you could either.
How long have we played this game for?
I don't know. Like this is the second one of these games we've played.
Oh, I actually can't get out of the screen, so I can't.
No, you can go back to.
Nope, can't.
Hey, Matty.
This is
Give me the floor plan. We've got full health.
This is a mandatory. I don't know why that sound didn't come up either.
I'm voting for the floor plan.
Okay, we'll do floor plan. I'm not sure why that sound didn't come up. Apologies.
I'm kind of glad it didn't. It's so loud.
Take a look at this. It's Limp Bizkit.
Rocking up your courtroom.
You activated my trap card.
There we go. I guess it's a bit of a time delay. There we go. Why are you showing me this, pal? Prosecutor von Karma's explanation and this piece of evidence do not contradict. Huh?
Oh, shit. Yeah, we got it wrong. Sorry, my bad.
Looks like you need to use your brain a little more, pal. Being lectured by Gumshoe of all people is so embarrassing. Come on! Hurry up and get your thinking cap on!
Whoa, wind your neck in, son.
There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. We've gone back in time. We've rewound time, folks.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry. Can you see this?
Oh, hang on. I'm going to switch. Hang on. There we go. Hello, Noodle.
Digs her bed in absolute state and then looks at us like, look, we're all trying to find the guy who did that.
It just doesn't obey you at all.
Such a dick. Oh, such a dick. Lie in the bed. Lie down.
Exactly right. I should do my own thing. Options. What we got? You can save here. Oh my god.
What?
We can save here if we want.
What?
We can save.
Oh. Cool.
My god. I'm not one to cheese normally, but.
Charlie, were you here earlier when Jeremy was... That can't be the right costume because the other one was grey. And I was like, Jeremy, photograph black and white. And he was just like, moving on.
Why'd you call me out like this?
I was just so like, did I forget an entire scene where Maya was wearing grey clothing? I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, there we go. Right.
So it's not the floor plan. Is it? It can't be the costume again.
And when she was about to strike.
Well, if she was about to strike with the knife, she would still need to be close, right?
Because it's a close quarters weapon.
Yeah. So even if she did push him away, she'd still need to close the distance to
be able to shank him.
To shank him. So, is it the fucking costume
do we think knife or costume? Well, because the thing is, though, it was knife shot, wasn't it? But what we don't know, I think, was the knife still in them, or was it a shank take it out?
I don't know, because this is the thing. When is Francisca saying that she pushed him? After the stabbing or before?
I think they said... Well, I think after the stabbing, because then that's when he pushed her away.
That's why he would have shot back at her, right?
Yeah.
So the knife, though my logic doesn't make sense then, because he'd already been stabbed at that.
But how and why would we present the costume, though? Oh, I saw you disconnect and reconnect that time, but you're fine.
Yeah, I'm back. I really don't see the logic here at all. This is sometimes something that these games do, and it reminds me of the worst part of the end of Danganronpa games, where people just talk and talk and talk and say the same thing 3 ways, the same thing, and have someone go, what? Oh no, we fucked it. We fucked it again, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ah!
It's fine.
Right, should we look at the guide?
No, we're gonna do this. We've got life. We haven't got anything wrong ever up until
we're
now.
not actually getting in trouble, so...
Okay, so she put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow.
Jeremy, do your thing that you thought was the idea.
Which one?
The one that I said we didn't think would actually contradict it. If everything we think contradicts it doesn't, then the thing that we don't think contradicts it, by the logic of the game, must be the right thing.
So it's the folding screen?
I think yes.
If it's the bloody folding screen after all,
But it doesn't make sense, does it? Because if he'd shot at her, it would have still hit the fucking screen.
I think so. Okay, here's my prediction. If this is correct, it will be because the angle he shot down at would indicate there was distance. Because otherwise, it in theory would have hit the target. It would be something ridiculous like that.
I don't know why Discord keeps doing this.
I don't know.
Camera feed doesn't stop. You just go silent for a second. I have no idea what.
Do you want me to change the screen for a second so you can do a reset?
I might as well do a reset, yeah.
All right, hang on a minute. I'll let you know when we're good.
Also,
oh, that's gone to the wrong screen completely. That was my sound effects thing, so I'll try and get rid of that in a second. You do your thing. I've got to figure out why that screen's on there. There we go. That's the screen, folks. Yeah, that was the back end for the sound effects thing that I tried to do earlier and then hit the wrong sound, apparently. So there you go. But yeah, so that's my thinking on the folding screen, as it were. And we will see if that is correct once Claire's done I won't say a factory reset of Discord, but a reset of some kind. Am I enjoying the second game as much as the first? I think I am. It sounds weird. It's taken me a bit to get back into it because I wasn't expecting it to be almost like a full-blown tutorial chapter to start off with, but it was nice to have that after so long, but I was kind of ready just to get thrown into the deep end, if that makes sense. But I am still enjoying this. I'm just very, very curious as to if it is the folding screen that is the key detail or not at the moment. But it is good fun, this. But you actually missed it earlier, but what we're going to do next week as the current plan for next Friday, I should say, because we're doing a watch along on Tuesday of the Gamescom opening night live stream. But what we're going to do is, in fact, I think can I bring up that thing on screen? No, I can't. Well, that's useful. But what we're going to do next Friday is the Famicom detective game, the Emio game. They're releasing a demo of that next week, so we're actually going to have a go at that on Friday. And we're going to sort of start off things with that and see what we think, just to get a taster for it. If we're really not liking the demo, we'll go back to Ace Attorney straight away. Otherwise, we'll go back to Ace Attorney sort of the following week. But I know we were all interested in that Emio sort of Famicom detective agency game, so a detective story game, whatever it's called. So we're going to be giving that a try next Friday at the very least to start with. So we shall wait and see how that goes accordingly. And okay, I think Felf is going to be entering any second. So now let me just configure something on my end. And then, as if by magic, Felf. There we go. Right. Presenting folding screen. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
That's a different thing. He said a different thing, so I think we've got the right thing.
What is that? A folding screen like the one not behind Jeremy's camera tonight?
Judge, how do you know that?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding section. Oh, that was a pose. That was a proper no kind of pose. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What?
Come shoot, please.
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? Anyway.
Again, he's just looking at Francisco and they're both just like, I feel you. Like, these guys are
It's like,
idiots.
I want to win, and I hate your guts, but at the same time, I understand.
At least you actually seem to be able to hold a coherent thought in your head, even if they are foolish thoughts.
The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen.
Right.
I hate to say, I think my logic is somehow correct.
Oh, well, no, it's fine. I couldn't make it work in my head.
It passed through at I called it the height. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground.
I'm sorry, can you not shoot people from anything other than a standing position?
Absolutely not. I've played old school Resident Evil games.
This is so dumb! Oh my god!
It's a Capcom game. I know how tank controls work.
Oh.
Order! Order!
That doesn't make any sense.
This changes everything.
Does it?
Please look at this diagram of the crime scene.
I had that! You were like, oh no, I don't want to look at that.
The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. Bang. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, please see the dot, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area.
Oh yeah.
Oh crap.
Remember where she was?
Here?
Yeah, she was in that. She was in that area. Yeah, in the middle. Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Cool. I mean, we found them there, didn't we?
Uh-oh. The judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath or a wet fart.
He's probably just dissociating.
This is, wait. I just realized I forgot to brush this morning.
Your hair?
Excuse me while I freshen up.
I swear to God.
Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright.
So it wasn't the screen?
Of course. Whoops.
Oh, did we get the location wrong?
I think so, yeah. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime.
So that wasn't... That's where it was.
So we were about here.
Well, that's where we know we were, but what are we saying? Where are we saying we were?
She must have to have been closer then, maybe like around here? Because she was squatting down. She might have been squatting behind one of those boxes.
Oh, I don't know.
Because hang on, what arm was it? It was the left arm, right? Sorry, it was the left...
Oh, it was the left-hand side of the costume.
It was the left side of the costume. So yeah, that would actually make sense if she was squatted down behind this, and the left side was...
behind anything. I don't think she was...
I'm going to say around here.
Okay, cool. I don't really understand.
She was standing here, honestly? Near the folding screen.
Wait a second. We know that the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that?
Oh, God.
Isn't that where we said she was?
No, I said in the middle of the bottom box.
I thought that would be close enough, because honestly, that's where I thought you were going to click. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
That's impossible.
Is it? but why?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma.
Because you're short.
If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present.
Where are we saying she was?
However,
Oh my god.
there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume.
God grant me the confidence of one mediocre Capcom protagonist. Ah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Life, you observer of facts!
I have
back
brushed
to
my
my
teeth. I believe it has now been proven that I have brushed my teeth.
Hang on, it's frozen for me.
Oh.
You and me are moving, but the game is not.
Can you see him blinking?
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine, because I haven't clicked forward yet.
Oh, so it stops at that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it doesn't normally stop in the middle of a sentence.
I know,
like that.
right? I believe it has now been proven that, the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at.
I do not understand how that piece of folding screen somehow was relevant there. I really don't.
But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Well,
No, I knew she'd already shanked him at that point, Charlie. I'm just getting really confused. Like she jumped backwards.
well, Mr. J. Udge, I believe it changes everything.
I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah, it changes everything.
Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything.
Judge, this changes everything.
The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing Shank Shank. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal.
What are we talking about now?
However, where and what the defendant doing... Where and what was the defendant doing at that time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen.
I wish they'd stop using the word squatting, because all I can think of is people pooping now.
Poop, poop.
I'm pretty sure that happened when the Game Grumps did this as well.
Exactly.
They started making jokes about shitting in holes and stuff.
If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
I'm so confused by the timeline. What is happening? Because they're saying he was stabbed, right? And that's why he shot at her. Yeah?
Yes.
They're still saying that, yeah?
They're still saying that either way, the physical body of Maya Fey stabbed the dude.
Right. So they're saying that the stabbing happened, but when the shot that went through her clothing happened, she was out of stabbing range.
She was way away on the other side of the room.
Why would she back off like that? Is it because he pointed the gun, do you think?
Well, don't forget, it was said that originally that he had shoved her because she'd stabbed, shoved her, so she probably then moved backwards towards...
He couldn't shove her because that chest injury would have made him too weak to do so.
Could have shoulder barged?
They haven't really talked about that.
No, we don't really know where he was stabbed, just around here.
Well, no, remember it said like an inch to the right of his heart or something. It would have fucked him up bad. But then my question is, if she's in the corner and gets shot at there, how does the gun move from being in his hands to being in her hands for the killing shot? She must have moved back towards him just to collect the gun, right?
Probably.
Mike says, you distinguish view from... Did you mean to write distinguish there? Do you use distinguish view from officer's arrival to try and get a quick response? So now you've proven that Maya cannot be as close... I'll be honest, Mike, I'm really struggling to follow this.
You know what? Let's just go with it. Either way, we're in the right direction.
I think we're going to have to, because I do not understand it. I seem to recall zoning out during this, watching the Grumps playthrough as well, because I was just like, I don't really understand. And at one point, Keith just suddenly went, yeah, because she'd have to be over there. And I just remember looking at him going, what? I literally had that, like, I'm that cat in that meme going, huh?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense.
It's like he's talking to me for real.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
I have no idea what's going on. Some shoes me in this conversation.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job! Oof. All right. With this, the rest of the trial should be in the... Oh, no.
The German finger waggle of
Blast
disapproval.
radius of disaster!
What a great phrase. Another good album name. You are such a smart man, Herr Phoenix Wright. I get the feeling she doesn't mean that. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me.
Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile and the wagging finger?
Are you coming on to me? Ah! Detective, you're fired.
I challenge you to mortal combat.
I just made the joke that she fired the detective. I'm pretty sure she does fire him at some point. He does get his job back, but there is a bit where he's just like a freelance detective, and I'm like, what is this, Sam and Max? I'm pretty sure that's illegal. How dare you damage my perfect logic?
Well, it's clearly not perfect then, is it?
I mean, if you get a 5-year-old to play Mozart...
How is it all my fault?
You understand? You can start by repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later.
Punishment?
Don't pretend. Look at him. He doesn't look unhappy at all. He's really into it.
Punishment?
Francis, you and Grey over here. Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Chop chop, schnell schnell.
Next witness? That's got to be Lotta.
Oh, excellent. I get to do a voice. Another voice.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, excuse me, we will hear from the next witness.
Does anyone have any 5 gum? I've heard it is very exciting.
To be continued. Well.
I think we've learned that when Felf turns off the guide, Felfs get real mad at these dumb games. Because they don't actually make any logical sense. So far up until now, I've been looking at what the game has been telling us to do and going, okay, I'm going to try and guide Jeremy to what it wants us to do in a way that makes sense. Because the actual way it happens in the game does not make any sense at all.
That's always the way, though, isn't it, to be fair?
What do you want to do?
I think we should call it there for a night, because admittedly, truth be told, I am very blitzed from this week, so I'm sort of starting to flag a bit, and also I think that's just a good natural point to stop, and we have no idea how long the next bit will be, so.
This is true. I have, before, do you think you can go maybe another 15 minutes?
In what way?
I have something we can, I know.
That's right, I mean as in playing a game or doing something else.
I thought we could have a go at that game guesser.
Oh, yeah. Yes, actually, yeah. All right, if you send me a link somewhere, I will try and get it loaded up.
All you have to do is share your browser window, and I'll explain how the game works. And the good thing is, chat can join in.
Cool. If you send it to me on somewhere, I'll get it. I'll sort it.
I'll send it to you on Discord if that's all right, because I can't access WhatsApp.
No, that's fine. I will make it work. Your picture may go weird for a second, but I will make it work.
You don't need to worry about my picture.
Picture in picture. I'll tell you what, in the meantime, what I will do is I will cheat my way to victory in a few moments by, first of all, let's get some music going. There it is. There's some music. And then I'll reactivate the Chrome window, but then I will turn back to this for a moment. So you've sent me a link. Excellent.
So while Jeremy's sorting out the layout, I'll just explain this to anyone in the chat who's not played this game before.
Including me.
It is a game that is updated every day by whoever makes it. And the object of the game is to guess which video game is being shown in 6 screenshots, and each screenshot gets a little more obvious, and each screenshot is added, gives you a little bit more information, like what the launch platform was, or what year it came out, or what its Metacritic score was, or what genre it is. And you can submit guesses, and if they are in the right franchise, it will tell you, so that will help you, but also it'll tell you if you're not in the franchise, so that's also helpful. So I've given Jeremy the arbitrary start point of 400, which is an area that none of us have actually poked our noses into before. Gwen has immediately said Mega Man 3.
I've got zero idea. My first, actually no.
Gwen in the chat might be a problem because Gwen is a bit.
Actually, no. You know what? In fact, no. I will say I think it's a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Interesting. You're really putting your nuts on the line against Gwen. Oh, you're a braver man than me.
I'm only saying that just because there's something about the design of the spikes that remind me of like either Sonic 2 or 3.
Do you know what, Jeremy? We've got lots of guesses, so why don't you put your guess in? If you start typing, it will start doing a drop down, so you can pick the game you want.
There's a lot of drop downs. Hang on.
Oh, there's a lot. Because there's a lot of Sonic games. You might want to type more things in. Is it Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
I always thought it was just Sonic 3. Like.
Let me look up what it's called.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
It is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh, that's a movie.
Why is Sonic 3 not in here? What bullshit is this?
Called Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's because on the box it said Sonic, and then in small letters it said the Hedgehog, and then there was a big 3. So the two things that were in big yellow letters were Sonic 3.
No, but literally it's not here.
Well, that must mean he's not done it yet. But what you can do is if you put Sonic the Hedgehog in and select it, it'll tell you if it's a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
What, so I can just hit submit?
Just click the top one. Yep, and then submit it. It's not a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
All right, this is Super Mario. This is Super Mario World.
It's too early for Metacritic. Matty is saying that he agrees with Gwen. Do you want to try Mega Man 3?
I mean, I've never played it, so sure.
I mean, in that case, let's take a hint from someone who has. Oh, no, wait, before you go. Gwen is saying that looks more like Kirby, and I'm intending to agree.
Okay, you see, for me, this shouted Super Mario World to me, but also like a Super Nintendo game.
More Super Mario World. We've got lots of guesses, so you can guess whatever you want.
We've got 5 guesses, but...
I mean, that's a lot when we get a new slide every time.
All right, well, you know what? I don't know if it actually is Super Mario World now that I'm thinking about it, but I at least want to give it a crack.
Go on.
Also, I should change the category we're on.
Oh, is that Bibble Bobble, or whatever it's called?
2 secs. There we go. Should be on Just Chatting now.
It came out on the NES originally. It's Kirby, says Matty.
Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it, because my immediate thought was because one of the enemies looks similar to something in Super Mario 2, aka Mario USO.
Well, we didn't have any enemies in the previous one.
No, but one of those enemies is what I mean, so...
Well, no, but you see how... Hang on, before you do anything, let me explain how the game works. If it had been a Super Mario title, it would have told you it was. But as it is, it didn't, so it's not a Super Mario title at all, you know? If it was a Mario title, it would have been like, it's a Mario title, but it's not that Mario title, you know?
Okay, I will take your word for it.
Oh, no, you don't have to take my word for it, it's how the game works.
All right, well, which Kirby? Because there's...
Chat, what's the Kirby game we need to put in? Is it Kirby's Adventure?
Because I know nothing of the Curbs.
Kirby Enthusiasm, but it's Kirby.
I'm aware of Kirby games, but I think I've only ever played one, and that was when we did one on stream for the Game Boy.
He made his debut appearance in 1992 in Kirby's Dream Land.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, that doesn't seem right. That's not Dreamland. I've seen Dreamland played. It doesn't look like that. Try Adventure, says Matty.
Alright, let's give it a whirl. Good guess. The answer was Kirby's Adventure.
Correct. I love it says good guess when you get it right. I'm like, well, then it's not a good guess, it's correct. I think you get like nailed it if you get it in one. And if you get it in the last two, it's like, ooh, close. Good job, Matty. Thank you. Right, if you scroll down a little bit, Jeremy, you'll see there's a do the next day. Yeah, down the bottom there. To the right of where it says new game in. Right. Okay, we've got a space shuttle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can put this on my screen as well. I don't have to like look at the tiny pictures.
I'm guessing an RPG of some kind.
Yeah, is it? I mean, that's not a space shuttle. If you look at it.
You know what? Just because.
Yeah, put in what
it's
you
a
want.
very easy thing to start with.
It's a multiple.
Yeah.
It's a multiple spaceship launcher.
So it's got a Metacritic score of 76.
Okay, and it's not a Final Fantasy game.
And that sort of the way it looks, that almost says to me, it may be of more like a either sort of a late Super NES or like a PlayStation era type thing.
It can't be NES because I don't think Metacritic existed when the NES was out.
Fair. Well, it might be one of the Chrono games. I've never played it, but.
So something spacey, or rather, like, you can go back and forth between the screenshots, by the way, the ones that you've unlocked.
Oh, okay. That's useful to know.
You can click on the first one again if you want to have a look at that one. This almost looks like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing, doesn't it? It's like technology that's gone to rack and ruin. If we hadn't already had Nier Automata, I'd suggest Nier Automata.
See, to me, this feels like it's kind of PS1, maybe PS2 at latest era.
Okay.
And this is when we find out it's like last year.
No, I think your logic's sound. Also, if you move your mouse over the pictures, you can slightly enlarge them. So these are obviously like traffic lights that have fallen, and we've got like trees and stuff growing. If you can't think of anything, so Matty says a good guess is when it says too old, you can estimate the era. This is what we've discovered from playing it before. Me and Matty have played this before a few times. If you can't think of anything, we might as well guess, because either we skip and go to the next slide, or we guess and go to the next slide. So we might as well put the guess in.
Okay.
So it's not a Chrono Cross game.
Original platform.
There you go.
Original platform PS3.
So yeah, I mean, it's not as young as you might think. It definitely came out. So we've got some kind of cycle.
There's the butthole.
That's the butthole. Are those? Is he inside a vehicle, or is that like a hover bike of some kind? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Destiny.
Destiny was PS.
Also, wasn't Destiny also a PC game?
Yeah, but I don't think Destiny was on PS3, was it?
I don't know. I think Destiny 2 we've already had.
Have
a look at the stuff in the back. What have we got going on here? I mean, I'm assuming that's like a bike with a person riding it.
Yeah, because my immediate thought when I saw that was like Halo, but it's not, because it says PS3.
Yeah, that'll be it. So there's some weird reflections going on here. Let's put in Destiny. Let's see what it says. Because I think Destiny 2's been done, but I'm not sure if Destiny has.
It was apparently.
Well done! It was Destiny. Good job.
Destiny was a game that irked me greatly. Oh, flip
Okay, got a map. Another trick that they like to do is to zoom in really close during the first one, so it doesn't look like the right kind of... Yeah, I was thinking Dragon Quest 2. Which one? Not the first one. Third one, maybe? Two? Okay.
I just don't know.
Well, if you put this, it'll tell us if it's a Dragon Quest game, even if it's not Dragon Quest 2, so... Well, no, if you think it's... Ooh, not a Dragon Quest game. Metacritic score of 84%. So we've got some kind of warlocky kind of abilities here.
Oh, Charlie says
like, see, this is the thing. Everyone who plays this game is like, oh, I can't play this game. I don't know enough. And then there's always a game that comes up where they're like, oh, yes, I do. Charlie, what is it called? Can you tell us? Can you remember?
You see,
Okay,
I'm defaulting to like...
Puzzle Quest.
Okay, is that a Super NES game? Cause I don't know, but that's sort of the era I'm defaulting to.
Could even be a mobile game.
Any particular Puzzle Quest?
Puzzle Quest. Which one is it, Charlie? Do you know?
Puzzle Quest 2 is in bold.
No, it means it's at the top. Yeah, do that one then. Challenge of the Warlords.
Wait, what?
Puzzle quest.
Oh, right, sorry. I was gonna say what? That's not the game you just said.
Sorry. Oh, there you go. It's right there. Jesus. I love how Charlie's like, I don't know games, and then gets it in fucking 2. Good job, Charlie. I would not have had a fucking clue. And it also has a nice little write-up of the game afterwards, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that feels oddly familiar.
It does, doesn't it? What are we looking at there? That looks like something that happens inside Nerve when everything goes a bit wrong.
That feels like the end of Akira. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Evangelion-y kind of Akira-y. I don't know. Any ideas, chat? So looking at the background, it looks like we're in like a warehouse of some kind. You seeing that? I don't know if your computer can do this, Jeremy, but on Chrome, are you in Chrome?
I can zoom in.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest.
Right, how's that lining up on the screen? Cool.
Makes it, yeah, it looks fine on the screen.
Cool.
Well, if you can't think of a yes, that's fine. We can just skip to the next one, as in next slide. We might as well guess something though, because we're going to skip the slide anyway.
No, not.
Jeremy's like, I swear to God, one of these is going to be Chrono.
It's just the first thing that keeps coming up. Hey, if there was a Chrono Crusade game, I'm in.
Yeah, Matty keeps saying Chrono Crusade instead of Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger, and every time I'm like, there are 3. Only one's an anime, and for some reason he always goes for the anime.
You know what? Just because. I don't know why. But...
Yeah, cool. Let's do it. Nope.
A Metacritic score of 88%. I was going
to say, even on the screen, I can see that doesn't say 90.
So I guess the question is, does this feel like it's just a background of maybe something like a fighting game, or does it feel like it's part of a...
I'm thinking, like, that they got me with Soul Calibur 4, I think, that way. It's just this blue thing is wigging me out. Like, yeah, because all these look like staging arenas more than anything else, rather than actually being, like, important venues, maybe, in a game. These look like places that people run around gunning people.
Oh, Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, flipping it, Jeremy. There we go.
Which one?
Don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, is it an Uncharted?
Uncharted or Just Cause? Oh, I just moved the screen, sorry.
Xbox 360 makes me think Uncharted.
Uncharted was PS3?
Was it?
Yeah, because it's PlayStation exclusive.
Try Just Cause then. Try Just Cause. Looks UIT.
I'll put Just Cause.
Yeah, put Just Cause in.
I've never played it. I know if one of my mates is mad about it.
Just Cause. God damn it, it wasn't.
Oh, that's Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it isn't fucking... You're right, Jeff.
Sorry. So, just to say, if you can hear a bang in the background, someone's letting off fireworks down the road, and I've got a window very wide open, so...
That's cool. It is a Star Wars game, but which one? It's not that new one that's just come out with him, like, climbing things and scalping droids, because that's far... like, Jeraffemy, I think that's what it's called, but... no, that's not the one.
When did they say... What did they say it was? Xbox 360, right?
Yeah, it came out originally on the Xbox 360.
So that would be... That would be Battlefront 2? I want to say.
Go on then. Choose it.
It won't let me. Which is a good start.
That's 126 results. There's definitely more. Oh,
hang on. That angle changes everything there.
It does.
Original release 2009.
Ooh, it's old. Maybe it's not a Star Wars game then.
No, it's just because I thought they were like stormtroopers.
Yeah, well, they look like them to me as well. Who's this generic man? I don't feel this is. I mean, I feel like most of the shooting in Uncharted is from behind thigh-high walls, not like.
I've never played it, but if it's Xbox 360 and it got a decent score, it might be a Crackdown game?
Try it, yeah.
I don't think it's this orientation though. That's the thing.
We can exclude things. I mean, they might be shots from like, and they like to try and confuse. Bugger! Oh, we got a moving one. Share entertainment.
I have no idea. So.
Right, fam. In the chat, we got moving ones. Anyone ever got any idea about this? I don't know at all.
No idea. Literally, I've literally got no idea, so I'm just gonna skip.
Just skip it and not tell us what it is. It was Shadow Complex, which I have never heard.
I'm aware of it. But...
Oh!
Well, that's N64. That feels like a Mario Kart or a Wave Race to me.
Or a Sonic, maybe?
I don't know. My default is thinking like a Mario Kart or a Wave Race type thing.
All right. Mike says Mario Kart 64. You want to try that?
Yeah, because my initial...
Oh, Matthew says Wave Race 64. We got a standoff in the comments.
Yeah, but both games that I've said, so I'll take that. So
if we put Mario Kart, whatever you said, 64, that'll get rid of all the other Mario Kart.
Not Mario Kart.
It's not a Mario Kart game. Let's try Wave Racer then.
Wave Race. Yeah, Wave Race 64. There you go. I know something.
N64 ones are hard because generally the graphics look pretty similar. Oh, that's cute.
I mean, I only said because I'm like, what the hell is it?
No, cool. All I know is this is cute as fuck.
Again,
good guess though, Mike.
I'm thinking this is either PS1 or Super NES. Could be N64 at a push, but
yeah, Charlie's making a point, which is N64 is like, you definitely know it's N64, but then you're like, which one of the N64 games is it?
Folks are saying Banjo, so let's have a look at Banjo.
Could be Banjo.
Not Banjo.
Ooh, coins. Could be. Where do the coins look like that? I've seen those coins before, with the line in them. What do they look? Where are their coins that look like that?
Smash?
Maybe.
Could be Smash Bros?
Oh, Charlie said Mario Kart again. Only 70% though. Are there Mario coins? So maybe it is a Mario game. Is it the Mario? Mario's done an RPG before, right?
Yeah?
Maybe it's an RPG?
Let me just type in Mario and see what happens.
I think you have to choose one of the games.
Only
70%.
Hey, wait, let's be logical about this. So, Mario 64 would have got a really high score.
Yeah, that's not Mario 64.
Sunshine was GameCube.
It doesn't really feel like a Mario to me, but I might be wrong. And the first one might be just super zoomed in to like a weird bit of the background that we don't actually go to.
No, I just don't recognise the background, that's the thing.
If you put in a Mario game, it'll hopefully tell us if it's... But it's difficult with Mario, because we did it the other night and it didn't recognise that Yoshi's Island was technically a Mario game. Oh, Gwen says if it's Mario, then it's Mario Galaxy. Do you want to try that?
Okay, fair shout.
That would be a good, like, kind of
I've actually never played Mario Galaxy, admittedly, so I am not familiar.
Well, it would be a good, like, thing to... it wasn't...
Oh, it's definitely it's Mario Golf.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Mario thing seems to be broken, because most of the franchises understand, but I think it's because you've got Super Mario and you've got Mario Kart.
Literally, like, I've got the franchise right, I just don't know which one it is.
Oh, so... There you go. It is a Mario Golf game.
Yeah, literally, because literally the reason I knew it is because in the last one, that
originally came out on the Switch.
Because it was Switch. In that case, it's Toadstool Tour, I think it is.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's the most recent one.
You've written gold there.
Not anymore.
You saw nothing. Oh shit! It wasn't.
Wait, what? Oh god. I don't know then. What's the most recent Mario Golf game?
Mario Golf game, let's do it. So yeah, it must split down the Mario franchises like that. So Mario Kart must be separate from Super Mario, it must be separate from all kinds of
things. Is it World Tour? It must be World Tour then.
Is it Mario Golf Super Rush?
Let's have a look. Yep, there you go.
Oh, there we go. See, you can see it lit up the numbers on 3 and 4 when we got the franchise right. Did it a slightly different colour.
Oh, what the heck?
Ooh, that's so cool. This looks like the aisles in like a supermarket or something.
Oh, well, it's not Jet Set Radio.
I feel like I've seen this game.
Jet Set Radio.
Is this like that mobile game with the cats? I don't know.
It says it's not rated on Metacritic, so...
Oh. Mike says maybe WarioWare? What does it say on the back there on those sale things? Does it say HOM or Hoppem or what the fuck does that say?
HORM. H-O-R-M.
Yeah, but why?
I've got no idea, to be honest. Literally.
We'll put in WarioWare and we'll move to the next one. Oh, Thank God You're Here. Mike, you were playing Thank God You're Here recently. Does it look like Thank God? Or Thank Goodness You're Here, rather? Yeah, Thank Goodness You're Here. Try that. No, Mike says it's not. Try WarioWare first. The only game on the Wii that I've ever played, and I was terrible at it.
Oh, for crying out loud, just give me one. No, it's not.
Molten Mall.
So original platform, PS, Xbox One, and Xbox Series.
I feel like I should know what
Sorry,
this
PC,
is.
sorry, Xbox One and Xbox Series.
We found that having PC was a problem because it could be literally any age.
Molten Mall.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I just tried to click my... I stressed to try and click my back, and I just got the most wonderful adjustment in my back then. Holy heck.
I keep getting videos of people doing adjustments on horses, and I'm like, it's all fun until you fucking pop that horse's head off and have to explain yourself to the owner. Yeah, I've also Googled it, Charlie, and I've never heard of it either.
I'm just going to do a skip then, so we can see what's next.
Well, type it. It's called The Big Con.
What, the game?
Yes. I've never heard of it.
Correct.
Never heard of that game. Which makes sense.
Oh.
A Sonic or a racy game?
My immediate thought is something like an F-Zero.
Mike said F-Zero.
Oh, let's go with that then.
Well, I know you've played F-Zero, so I'm taking your...
Yeah, it's too old.
I think. But it's not an F-Zero game.
Outrun? Why is Outrun not on this? What the heck?
Maybe, well, it's only games that he's done.
Oh, I retract my statement.
I thought it was Outrun was one word.
It might be actually, I mentioned that. Yes, right.
No. It was an arcade game.
Daytona or something like that? Like, what's not got a console thing? Sega Rally?
But I think it's a racing game. But yeah, put in whatever. Virtua Racing, says Gwen. It's an F1 game.
Virtua Racing.
Is Virtua Racing F1? Yeah, Virtua Racing, Gwen says.
Yay, good shout.
Yay, well done, Gwen. Good job.
Excellent.
Can I interest you in some sound?
Can I interest you in the most nondescript?
No. We had the most nondescript one when we were playing the other night. It was literally just rocks. And we were like...
I'm going to make a prediction.
Do it.
I'm going to take a wild prediction.
Is it Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain?
Literally what I'm going with.
I had the same thought! Everyone in the chat!
Yes!
Jeremy, look at the other ones, because you can do that. Go click on the other one.
I got it from sand. That's really sad.
Click on the other screenshot.
It's the Kojima sand.
So we had that one. Yeah, I'd have probably got it from that. Yay! If you didn't get it from that one, fucking hell. I love the fact we all got that from, like, sand. Like, oh, was that the last one?
He threw him off the edge!
Dude, why? You've got the Fulton. Oh, so good! So funny. Do another few and then we'll call it?
Yeah, 100%. We're in a good group
now. The
now.
next one's 409, so we can do up to 410 or 415, whatever you want to do. So we've got some trees. Very stylized trees. I thought they were streetlights at first, but I think they are trees. It could be Silent Hill, but I don't think the art style is right. Because I think those pointy bits in the background are
Silent Hill's
trees.
also been mentioned in chat, so I'll defer to you both.
No, I'm only reading what it says in chat.
I see.
I said I didn't think it was Silent Hill, but we can do it anyway. Ooh. Oxenfree, says Charlie.
Never played it, but I know that I know of it, so I will.
It's not Silent Hill, so let's try Oxenfree. The first one was second.
Good guess.
Well done, Charlie. Charlie's like, I'm no good at this.
That's N64 to the core.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
That feels like a Zelda type thing.
Does it feels like a kind of? I know,
like Ocarina.
Zelda wasn't. I know, Wind Waker wasn't like. Wind Waker wasn't N64.
Not Zelda.
Not a Zelda game. Okay. No, definitely not a Zelda game. Oh, what is that picture of?
Plug hole. Shelf.
Ooh, spooky trees. Oh, is it Clock Tower? Oh, it's Luigi's Mansion, says Matty. Try Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi! Correct franchise, different game.
Not the right one. Maybe it's Luigi's Mansion 2? Or a DLC? I don't know how this
I'm
works.
going to say 2 because it looks a bit ropey, so it might have been the handheld. Oh, original platform 3DS, so here it is.
Okay. Well done.
And what were the other clues then? Let's have a look. Yeah.
If you can get it from that, you'd be fucked. Literally all the main characters.
There's literally Luigi in a mansion.
The word Luigi appears on the screen. It's like, have you got it yet? Got it memorized?
The heck?
Jeremy, did you see in the chat, one of the promos my friend was wrestling for was like a Kingdom Hearts themed event?
What?
It was called Got It Memorized. And that's what Axel says in Kingdom Hearts. I was like, this is so nerdy.
Oh.
Also, what?
I was going to say, talking of Kingdom Hearts, apparently the soundtracks are on Spotify now, if you're interested.
Oh, nice. Matty has said Burger Time. The thing that made me laugh so much about that is that they started I've started following the promotion, and they wrestle in what looks like a village hall, which, you know, no shade. Yeah. But whoever is the photographer is outstanding.
Wrestling photographers are really great.
I was just like, you're photographing this like it's the Olympics. Like, there are photographs of people in midair. There's one where a guy is literally fully perpendicular to the floor, flying at somebody else. And I'm like, you got that in midair. That is incredible. Okay, cool. What are we doing now? What's the next one? I
have no idea what this is. I was going to say Journey.
No,
as a
I
starting
don't
point.
think Journey.
Is this like Final Fantasy 14? Because there's a sun and there was like a meteor in it.
I think 14 looks nicer than this.
I mean, pre-redo though is what I'm thinking.
What, sorry, say again?
Like pre-Realm Reborn.
You know more than I do. You might as well check it, because then it will get rid of any other Final Fantasy games. Definitely not 14.
Nope.
Okay. Ooh.
I apologise, Gwen. I just remember seeing a documentary about, and that's what I thought.
I mean, is this
oh wait, Metacritic 34%.
Is it Daikatana? No, it's not. It's too old. 34%. Wow. That's a bad game. That's a game that's so bad, it must be known for being bad. It doesn't look particularly bad.
I'm trying to think, what is like just a bad game?
So my immediate thought was Daikatana, but I think Daikatana is too old for this.
How'd you spell that?
Daikatana is... I mean, you can put it in if you want. Yeah, that's right. I don't think he's done it. Daika... Tana? No, he hasn't done it. It's fine.
Okay.
Anybody play Daikatana, it's fine. Oh, Charlie says Gollum. Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Yeah, try putting in Middle Earth. I like how you spell Gollum like the word column. That's great. That makes perfect sense.
Oh right.
I
did that without thinking, literally.
Try Middle Earth and see what comes up, because it's like, yeah, that one.
Good guess.
Charlie, you absolute beast! You are nailing me.
So I'm just laughing that without thinking I wrote Gollum down as column. Sorry.
That makes perfect sense. Okay.
We'll do a few
You'll
more.
laugh at the next one, Jeremy. Can I interest you in some green? This could be water. It could be sky. Fun fact, the World of Warcraft one was just green sky, the first one. I think that is sky, because I think those are trees at the bottom. You're determined one of these is going to be a Final Fantasy game, aren't you? It is not a Final Fantasy game.
Metacritic of
80%. Thank you for showing me War Water. Try Dredge. Oh, okay.
This was released on everything.
It was, and it's quite recent. Why are the birds all scary?
I won't write Angry Birds.
Literal Angry Birds. Oh, I don't know. It could be Journey. Yeah, try Journey.
Was Journey not PlayStation exclusive though, and that was more PS3 era if I remember correctly.
Let me check when it came out. Yeah, it doesn't look like Journey came out on the Xbox.
That's good. So there's a helicopter flying over my house now.
Journey was on the PS3 first. I guess it can't be that one. Okay, do you want to do another guess?
Sorry, there's a helicopter flying outside now, so I'm guessing something's happened.
The scary birds. I thought for a glance they might be keys, but they're not keys at all.
Let's skip. Oh, wait a minute.
Dredge! Try Dredge. If I get it, I'll be really chuffed.
Good guess.
Yay! Oh, I feel vindicated because I suggested that like a couple of pictures ago.
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh.
So, robot holding a teddy bear.
What was that one we did last night, Matty, that looked bloody amazing? Machinarium? It looked like if the guy who did Farside made a computer game and also collaborated with Terry Gilliam. The visual style was incredible. That's really pretty. Is it like... Oh, it's like a robot, isn't it? Look, he's wearing a tie. He's holding a teddy bear. I think he's like a robot, but like dressed up as a person. Like that. You got a hand and you got It Takes Two. Try It Takes Two. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I heard something. Lots of noises outside.
Try It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
So not
Too old for the Metacritic.
It's old. Okay. So it's a.
I see that, and I just think this must be like N64 or like early PC stuff.
I'm thinking it's a point and click.
What's like an early point and click game, like Day of the Tentacle or something?
So many. I think we're gonna need a bit more. Clay Fighter. Try Clay Fighter, Matty says.
Ooh, that's a shout.
I've never heard of it.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, it's all mine. No.
PC and PS1, flipping heck,
it's
right?
so old. Well, it's less likely to be a point and click.
What the heck would have been PC and PS1?
It'd be less likely to be a point and click if it's on PS1. Is it claymation? Or is it just pixelated? I can't... That doesn't look like claymation to me. Some of the shots do and some of them don't. How easy is a point and click to do on a PS1?
It's clunky because it would have either been the D-pad first or the analog stick.
Oh, I don't think it's Discworld. This isn't an odd world, is it?
Were they not PlayStation only at a point?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I've not really played them, but...
What am I looking at in that third screenshot? Like a window of some kind. Alright, no, I got no idea. Do you want to put a guess in, or...?
So, it's giving me... The part that disproves this is the robot, but I'm getting, like, Crash Bandicoot era vibes of, like, PS1.
Was Crash Bandicoot on the PC when it was released?
No, that's also why I discredited that.
But
I'm thinking, like, could it have been, like, a rare game, though? That's what I'm wondering. Or, like, that kind of era? Because I actually, in hindsight, I don't think Bandicoot was rare, was it?
In fairness, the PS1 dates it quite a lot, like, through the mid-90s.
Now, let's just do a skip and we'll see what else there is.
Okay, see what else we got.
Okay, well.
Oh, it's definitely claymation then.
And
okay.
point and click.
It's a claymation point and click. but I don't remember ever seeing it.
Am I looking at a turd?
No, I think it's a man like picking something up. I don't know. It's not clear.
I've got no idea because I didn't play these kind of games.
Oh. Here's another.
Do a skip.
Yeah. No, I feel like if we knew this, we'd know this by now.
1996.
Mike says the Neverhood. I mean, we might as well try.
Wow.
Sound like I've never heard of that game. The Neverhood. The dude does kind of look a little creepily familiar.
It does feel like a Wallace and Gromit related thing.
It does. It was actually published by DreamWorks.
Developer, same as the game title.
Yeah, it's called Neverhood. It was made for Windows. The guy was called Clayman.
Oh,
so maybe
hello.
that's what Matty was
I've
thinking
got an
of.
advert.
Oh yeah, every now and then you get an ad, which, to be fair, is fair for the amount of like entertainment this website
It's
gives
taking
you.
up the entire screen, that's the only thing.
You can just scroll to
There
the
we go.
side next to it.
Alright, try again.
Oh, this might be a flight simulator.
Look at the pretty clouds.
Look at the cloud. Ah yes, we're looking for games that have ground and sky.
Oh, excuse me.
See, I don't know if it's just the effect that Jeremy's got on his thing, but the way that there's like a haze around his picture just means it looks like he's fading out of the galaxy background. Is anyone else seeing that? It's so funny.
Yeah, it's because I was mucking around with the layout, and for some reason there's like a blur effect around our cameras, and I can't figure out why.
In the Discord camera, it's just Jeremy sitting in front of like a galaxy background, but on the fucking screen, it's like, oh, the prophecy is true.
Got a haze, as it were.
Oh, Jeremy, don't look back into the void. It's a shame Mel's not here, because this could finally be God of War. This is a running joke that Mel keeps going, is this God of War? And it hasn't been yet. There are so many God of War games, it feels personal.
No, you know what then? Let's find out.
Let's do it. Oh, it would be the ultimate irony if it turns out to be God of War and they're not here. Which God?
Scroll up.
Which God of which? Oh my God, Gwen just said God of War. No, oh okay. Definitely not. 92%.
What the heck?
Is it Spyro? What's going on in the corner here? Can we make this? Is that a paw? What's that fucking game that has that tiger in it that Cliff gets annoyed about?
There's, I don't know. There's a few.
Matty, you know what I mean. Some kind of racing
Off the
game.
top of my head. Diddy Kong Racing?
Charlie. So we got Smash or we've got Star Fox. Both
See,
have come
I'm
up.
thinking N64, but that's just because that's what I default to. But the fact it's 92 means it will have to be like a higher caliber game, so...
Yeah, don't. Matty saying Diddy Kong Racing in there is a response to me. That's not a guess.
No, I said that as well. I said that to you, man.
So let's try Smash. Smash Brothers.
Super Smash. That's not his part.
Super Sausage Brothers. That's a different game. What are you doing, Step Smash Brother?
Correct franchise, different game. So GameCube's Melee.
Justice for bar. So it is Smash Brothers, but not that.
It's Melee.
But which one?
Oh wait, Brawl GameCube. No, Melee.
What?
Melee.
Oh, well done.
I had a crisis of confidence there. What else were they going to show? Yeah. Yeah, I would have got that instantly from that.
What are you doing, Step Smash? I'm a chat. Oh, the next one feels like it should be obvious. But I don't. Paradise City.
GTA Vice?
Is it called Paradise City?
No, it's GTA Vice City.
No, as in, like, is the city called Paradise? Oh, is that just a
No,
nickname
it is
for
Vice City.
Oh, Gwen said Burnout.
I'll take your word for it.
Try Burnout. Oh,
my
Matty is
immediate
collaborating.
thought was Vice City though, but that's just
Which Burnout? Burnout Paradise. Yeah, we've got a third person saying Burnout now.
Paradise.
Okay, let's do it.
Not Burnout or Paradise.
Oh, you guys!
Okay, well, it was Grand Theft Auto. It won't be an 84% on Metacritic. It'll be
I
more
don't
than
think
that.
it's Grand Theft Auto.
Feels like maybe PS2-ish era though. At least.
What? Says Matty. So it's not a Burnout game.
You know,
either.
actually, just for the sake of trying, because I mentioned it, let me just type in Grand
Yeah, go for it.
Theft Auto. Let's just get rid of the franchise.
Ah, you're getting it. Okay, so it came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3.
That is some.
It's got the carpet from the place, Overlook Hotel. Well, kind of. It's almost the right carpet.
With Xbox 360 and PS3 simultaneous release, what games would have had like a simultaneous release back then that looks like this?
Oh, Mike says welcome to paradise. Sure what that is, but we'll try it. Oh, what? Are we sure it's called Welcome to Paradise? Don't have a game called Welcome to Paradise. He may not have just done it yet though. Oh, Paradise with a Z.
Oh.
Try that. Welcome to. No, try Welcome to Paradise. Oh, sorry. Apologies, Mike. You did actually spell it like that in the chat, and I did not notice because on the screen the chat is quite.
There's Primrose Lake.
No, I don't think he's done it yet. I don't think he's done it yet. So it can't be that one because he hasn't put it in the thing yet. Because I guess it does make sense that he can't know every single game. Oh, this is bullshit.
It's not feeling familiar to me, but another thing is it's almost like the context of.
No, see, this is bullshit because I just googled Paradise City and it said it is a location in Burnout Paradise. So what the fuck is this going on here?
It could be in other games as well.
I hope it's nothing else is coming up.
Well, look, just for the sake of eliminating things, just say Burnout.
No, we've already done it, so we don't need to do it again.
Nah.
Because it'll count Burnout Paradise as a guess for that franchise.
Okay.
Yeah, Matty's like, fuck you! Also, what was the percentage? Did it say what its percentage on Metacritic was?
I don't think we've had that yet, have we?
We know we might not.
84.
No, 84%. Okay. Yeah, because 95% liked Burnout Paradise, so that's probably not this one. This is going to sound really dumb, and I hate that I'm saying it. Is there an option to say Burnout Paradise Remastered? Because if that's the answer, I'm very mad.
Well, that's why I was going to say, should I just put Burnout just to eliminate all of Burnout?
No, it shouldn't be like that, though.
No, this is it.
No, okay, that's fine. I trust it.
This feels almost like it'll be a first-person shooter map. To me. It's got first-person shooter vibes.
I'm confused because...
Do you know what? I'm just gonna... I can't stand a bloody franchise, but you know.
Duty.
Called
the sea.
Where is just... No, it's not. All right.
Okay.
Genre sports?
Well, that'll be... Yeah, what is the genre sports? Wouldn't it be racing?
It's like a BMX game? Like a Tony Hawk game?
Tony Hawk, Skate 2 or 3, says Charlie. Try Skate 2.
Skate 2.
Wow. I want to say to everyone who said Burnout Paradise that was a completely solid guess because that is a location in that game. And I don't know if it's the same Paradise City. I mean, it's not particularly specific, but yeah. Please, Gwen says please check the last clue, as in the last 2.
Last 2 what, sorry?
Click the 5 and 6.
I have. This is 6, and this is
Oh,
5.
this is 6. Sorry, it's not obvious on my screen.
Sorry, I should have said. So here's 5, and then here is 6.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
We'll go to 20, as it were.
Okay.
Oh, flipping heck.
Ooh, that looks really familiar.
I shouldn't have said go to 20.
20's fine. Look at the bottom corner. Like, I think that's the character.
I can't see the thing zoomed in because of my mouse.
Yeah, that's fair. These squares are really familiar, though. I can, across the miles, I can hear Matty raging.
Hey,
in my head, it's the voice that he.
You didn't know it was Skate-Matty, you know. Sorry.
No.
I mean, look. Truth be told, I had no effing clue, but you know.
So there is a very old piece of Keith lore from back in the day, lore spelled Lore, which is when he used to be a student, and it's not, I don't think it's Breath of the Wild.
I jest, Matty, I jest.
Oh, it might. The thing is, Breath of the Wild did have concentric circles like this, but they were never quite this uniform.
Not a Legend of Zelda game.
No, this looks more like maybe a Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I don't know.
But now the difficult question of
yeah, no, absolutely was, Matty. It was. You are correct. Yeah, so basically the long Keith lore is he used to live in a house with his housemates when he was a student, so this is like 20 odd years ago now, more than 20 years ago. Oh, not a Pokemon game. Oh, what is that?
PS4 means it's fairly recent.
PS4, PS5, and Xbox, and it can't be Pokemon then. One of the modern Sonics. Symbols on the bottom there. Is that someone's hand?
Like a shield or something. Because that there looks like an art, like a sleeve.
It looks like
a
a sleeve, yeah. I can't quite make it make sense in my head, but yeah. Do you know why I thought Pokemon? It's like the second slide, Jeremy, looks like the Cascarafa, the like seaside town in the one that the chef lives in Pokemon Scarlet. Oh!
Not a Dragon Quest.
I know these dudes. Who are they? Who are the little men? Dragon Quest.
Not Dragon Quest.
Oh, did you try it?
Have tried that, yeah.
Oh, okay. One Piece? No, I don't think so.
So it's an RPG as well, which is an interesting curveball.
I will finish. Oh, that's Chopper. Oh, it's a crab. It's not two little guys. I thought it was two little guys.
Oh, that is Chopper as well, isn't it, now you mention it? Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see too well because of the thing.
I thought it was a fucking crab. I thought it was two little men.
Wait a minute. Hang on. So if it was PS4, that would be... Ah, my brain.
Oh, my penis.
My default thought is Unlimited World Red, but I honestly do not know. So I will just... Let's just say Unlimited World Red.
It's like a million.
No, it's definitely... Okay, so 2023, it's Odyssey. And it's Odyssey, so...
Yeah, Odyssey.
Yeah. There we go. And what's the last clue? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we all knew it was a One Piece game. I'm going to finish this goddamn story if it kills me. So, one of the deep lore Keith stories is the fact that he used to live in a student house, obviously, with his mates. And they used to play a lot of Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat. And it used to get quite heated because they were all boys. And
I can
they
relate.
were told that they were angry. And Keith used to have this wonderful thing because if you've ever met Keith, you'll know he's a little shit, right? He loves to win. But if he doesn't win, he won't get angry, he'll get even, right? So his favorite thing to do was when he'd beaten someone, he would psych them out, right? So they would be like, oh, you know, you beat me kind of thing. And but if they ever showed any kind of type of like frustration, literally anywhere into which he could insert a crowbar, he would just lean forward and go, you know, if the game's too hard for you, you can stop.
Oh, I know what that is. I'm listening, by the way.
I don't believe it.
No, you said if the game's too hard.
Yeah?
That's what you got to.
No, it wasn't.
You literally just said if the game's too hard, then I said I know what it is.
Chat, did I say anything after that? I did. Spoiler.
Okay, well, I must have been when I was saying it then, but that's the last thing I heard.
So, you didn't say anything, and I spoke over you. Oh, the same. Okay.
It's been a long week, sorry.
You missed the punchline, which is what he would say is if once he'd managed to start getting to them, he'd say, you know, if the game's too hard, we can stop.
Keeps a shit.
He's such a bastard! I love it so much, though. Right, which one? Have you jumped ahead?
Yeah, I got the last one was Jet Set Radio.
Okay, cool. Which one number are we on now?
419.
419.
I said it that way intentionally, too.
I said it wrong. 419. Oh, that's pretty. That's like a robot or something. Lean back and you can
I've
kind
got
of
no
see
idea.
it.
But...
Neither have I. What am I looking at there?
I mean, Matty's saying Breath of the Wild, so...
I don't think so. If it is, it's very zoomed in.
Not Zelda.
I swear to God, if people don't stop taking Breath of the Wild's name in vain, I'm gonna fucking kick off.
That's a game, you know.
Breath of the Wild. Next slide, a helicopter. Well, it could still be Breath of the Wild, I'm just saying.
91%.
That is pretty high. But it looks like there's vehicles and shit. That looks like maybe the bottom of an airship? Charlie, I swear to God, you're worse than my husband. Yeah, does that not look like the bottom of an airship? Yeah, like an airdrop.
I mean, yeah, I'm just sort of trying to think what,
Yeah,
I mean, if it's too hard, we could stop, you know.
Just hang up. Oh no, my internet went bloop.
Oh no,
Yeah. I have no idea. Is this
it's
a Call
not
of
going to
Duty?
be, but on the off chance it might be.
Hello.
I've got no idea which Halo. I'll just put in.
So one of the Halo games has already come up. I forget which one. And Keith was like, "Well, I would have got it from this screenshot." And I went, what?
Oh. Okay. I had a feeling. Hang on. Let me think logically about this.
What?
3.
How did you get it from that? What is that? Is that the world?
3.
Zawarudo. Oh, so it is Halo, but which
3.
Halo?
ODST. For God's sake.
One of these gotta be right.
Oh, don't be Reach, because it's the one I hate. Oh, all right.
Yay! But it doesn't matter because you got it right.
The thing is, so it's hard to articulate, but I did not get it from that. But there was just something about that. It felt like it was a warthog, like the vehicle that you drive in the game.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked like a normal. Do you know
There
what
was
I
just
almost
something
thought
about
looked like?
where I thought that just feels like Halo.
I thought it looked like one of those little tanks, you know, the little upright tanks from Dominion Tank Police. Like, it didn't look the right shape to be like a normal car at all.
I will say for the record, my favorite Halos on the 360 are probably 3 and ODST. Like Halo Reach, I just didn't like.
What's ODST stand for?
Oh.
It just sounds like the soundtrack.
I want to
doesn't
say it's something like One Drop Ship Trooper or Drop Shock Trooper. It's something like that.
Drop your favorite version of what ODST stands for in the chat.
I think it's like a designation type thing. Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. I think that's what it is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Gwen.
Yeah, okay, that's lame.
Yeah, but yeah, because like Halo Reach, my main issue with it was that in multiplayer, because I used to do like local multiplayer with friends, my main issue is that the draw distance was really bad. So you could be looking like as though you're running around and you zoom in, you're like in a zoomed scope or something, and suddenly just an object would appear. And you're like, well, that's bloody useful, isn't it? You know? And then I noticed it started doing that when you were just running around and looking. And it's just like, no, I can't, what's the point? Right.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's one of the few times I've literally gone
connect our computers physically to each other to play games together. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Hey, yeah, me and my mates did it with 360s and stuff. It was great fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to start doing that. I remember playing a very old Sword and Sorcery RPG with a multi-tap on the PS2. That was a game.
So, final one.
Yeah, blaze it. So, we've got the top of what looks like maybe some Eastern-style buildings here. Ooh, fun fact, the zoom in doesn't work on this one. Try using it and see what happens. It's wrong. It's gone wrong, Jeremy. It's gone horribly wrong.
Is that?
I don't. What's happened is instead of zooming in, I think they've accidentally squashed the picture width-wise.
No, but
only in the.
Oh no, because you actually get extra. Because if you look,
You do?
no, because the buildings are here.
Yes, that's what I mean. Instead of actually like, I think what normally happens is when you mouse over, it shows you bits of an extended picture. Whereas here, you have the extended picture, but they've only.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
In one dimension rather than leaving it full size. Matty's like, Burnout Paradise, Skate 2, God of War.
I don't think it is, but because we mentioned it earlier, I'll say Journey.
Sure, why not?
I know. Let's try and just find the designation of Journey. Oh, all right.
I think it is just called Journey. You have to scroll down.
I did not type that. It won't let me scroll. That's the thing.
Yes, it will.
No, it's literally it's scrolling the page. There you go. Nope. Metacritic of 83.
This looks familiar.
Hmm.
Like the style is very familiar. It almost looks like World of Warcraft.
I'll default to you on that.
No. Oh, it's not World of Warcraft. Mike says Spyro. Can you give that a try?
Do it. Not a Spyro.
Not a
But a PC game.
Oh, what's that statue all about? Some swans. Giving it
So
this.
there's a trident.
Yeah, it also looks like a shooter because there's like a little
A reticle.
crosshairs. Matty says ha. I don't know what that is.
Hal? That's an anime, but...
Is it Hal? I think it says ha. He's written there.
Oh, yeah, there's an exclamation mark, sorry.
I mean, so what is this? We shoot people in fancy buildings. It's not Fortnite, is it? Nah. Yeah, WoW does look plausible. It's just nothing in here looks like Warcraft so far.
Well, you know what? Just to eliminate it.
Can if you want. I mean, it could be another Warcraft. Ooh, what's this?
An action strategy MOBA.
Oh, it's a MOBA. Okay. What about PUBG?
PUBG's not strategy though, is it? That's more first-person shooter.
PUBG's a MOBA, isn't it?
But it's a first-person shooter, isn't it?
PUBG. PUBG is a battle royale. What does MOBA stand for? MOBA. Multiplayer online battle arena. Yeah, no, it's a MOBA.
I can do. I just generally thought PUBG was a first-person shooter, but
it says that it's a battle royale.
No, hey, look, I've never played it, so I can't speak to it.
Well, it's not that anyway.
This feels like a Diablo-y type game to me, but
it does, but it's not. This has got like a kind of almost like Central American vibe to it. Is it League of Legends? Am I being really stupid?
Gwen suggested Smite, so I'll give that a try first.
Yeah, all right, give it a go.
Smite!
You got it! Well done! Christ.
Here is the game in action.
Yeah. Part of me is just like, when Mel and I were doing this the other day, I'm like, yep, sure, looks like a MOBA. Like, fine, I guess, whatever. Well, thank you very much for joining us. That took on a bit longer than we thought. I think I was worried Jeremy wouldn't get into it, but he totally did.
Yeah, no, I got into it, just like I say, my brain was sort of starting to fail a bit, so
The good thing is, as well, is the fact that we can have chat help us out on this one, because really the only real way to play this game and have any fun is to do it as a joint effort, because you need to pool all of your gaming experience. We played this last night on a call, and one of my friends, who's a little older than the rest of us, just was nailing things left and right, and I was just like, geez, which made it even more annoying for him when his mic cut out halfway through, and you could just see him on the camera like, because he clearly knew what it was, and he was trying to find out a way to tell us. It was very funny.
So I will remind folks before we go any further with our traditional plugs that we'll be back this coming Tuesday, because we will be doing a live watch along of Gamescom's opening night live program. It will be myself and Felflowne, and we'll be joined by Harriet Manga Girl for the stream. So join us from around 6:45 PM ahead of the show starting at 7 PM UK if you fancy joining us, watching some game updates and apparently game announcements as well. So we'll see what the heck happens relating to that. In terms of where you can find us, let us begin, of course, with the ever-present Felflowne, aka Claire. Felf, where can people find you?
You can find me on my basic bitch linktr.ee, which I still haven't fixed. It looks just awful. I've still got my icon of me playing Ghost Trick from however long ago. So anyway, hi, my name is Felf. I'm your possum coded Big Sim, and I love you. And you can find me on my linktree here. I am currently going to be working mainly on art for Jeremy because I owe him some, and also like getting ready for the stream on Tuesday, which will be fun. But I am working towards getting my commission rate sorted, and I also am available for animating your various shit posts that you might like. I can do most things, so hit me up. I know a guy.
I was waiting for you to hand it back over or something. So that was...
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep it. Maybe it's my ball now, Jeremy. My potato.
All right,
Mine. I'm going to throw the rat to Eminem. Ready? Woo! Jeremy, where can the people find you?
I don't like chocolate. You can find my Linktree at Linktree / you said M&M. At Linktree / Geraffemy. There you can find links to various things of mine there, including, you'll notice, some YouTube channels, because one of them is, of course, a YouTube archive of the streams that we do under the name Jeraffemy Plays. We are, as of before this stream, up to date on the streams.
Yeah, baby!
I've been working on it during the course of the downtime, as it were, and stuff, so I've got things caught up on that front.
Damn!
And if you want to find my unboxings channel, you can find that simply at youtube.com/Jeraffemy. I have got some things I want to unbox.
Is it not youtube.com/at-Jeraffemy?
Yeah, well, the username Jeraffemy, basically, just Jeraffemy on its
yeah,
own.
They added in the at, and we're all shooketh by it. But yeah, it's at.
Yeah, there we go. But yes, you can find me doing various things on there, and I've got a few bits and bobs I want to do unboxings of, but yeah, I kind of want to try and figure out the best way to sort of restart doing it, because weird as it sounds, people are still subscribing to this channel, and I've literally not posted anything on it since December, and it's actually pretty cool to see. So
you should do an unboxing of your Pokemon box, because we did one live, remember? But you can do it like you can control all the variables and like, you know, because it won't be for anyone. You know, you can like just do exactly what you want. So that'd be fun.
Maybe I've got lots of things I could potentially do things. I'm like hang on. For example, because I forgot I pre-ordered this, but I'll switch back to the other window. But Bofurry Season 2 arrived today. Bofurry. I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense Season 2. It's a really funny isekai anime. But yeah, just I pre-ordered it ages ago. The limited edition arrived, so I thought, why not? So
Let's
I
go,
could just prove all of you who are at KitterCon that those anime names that we made up in that video are not as ridiculous as you might think.
To be fair, it's a really fun show because the main character signs up.
Literally,
because they sign up to the game, but all they do is max their defense stat. And so they break the game because no one can beat them, they can't die, and they just eventually defeat stuff and become the strongest character. And the game, you see the game devs are like, the hell do we do? It's really, really good fun. Bofuri. I believe there is a dub as well, so.
For Furry, I saw a preview of a similar show where basically it just seemed like the guy, you know that thing, I think there's an anime where people are like, a girl's going through life trying to avoid being the anime main character. She's like, no, fuck you. It's a bit like that, only he's in a video game, and they're like going, oh no, this is terrible. You've only got the stats of an average man. And he's just like, why is no one listening to me? I told you that. And then he just accidentally uses like he's using cheat codes, I think. And they don't understand what those are. So he's just suddenly become the world's most important man. But also all he wants to do is bum around. And it is quite funny.
Yeah, so there we go. So folks, thank you very much for joining us. There you go. So as we say, we will be back Tuesday. If you're going to join us, we'll be live from around 6:45 p.m. or so, as I say, before we get going with the Gamescom opening night live broadcast. From myself, Jeremy, from Felf, who may have one more point they want to say before we conclude, I will say, Felf, your closing statement for tonight.
The name of that show that I just mentioned is I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and Became Unrivaled in the Real World too. You're welcome.
Folks, we can't be rivaled in any other way than what we do. So folks, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Until Tuesday, see ya!
Gute Nacht!